Ahoy, and Comic Book Hunter, also known as just Hunter.
Hello there, I'm History of the Flash, but you can call me JD. I was
That
trying
was
to change my
everything
name
so
on Zoom, I'm
delayed.
sorry.
Quintessential a hero story. No one
That was
says
garbage.
anything.
I was
That
trying
was
to change my name
I
on Zoom.
I am Harper.
And I'm Josh.
And this is a hero story, episode 200.
200.
As you can tell, we've done this 200
Two-
times from that so very awkward intro.
Oh my
I was trying to
God.
change my name on Zoom. I didn't realize it was my turn. We
We
can restart the episode. I'm fine with it.
No,
Why
we're
are
not
you changing
restarting.
your name? Oh, dude.
We're keeping
Alright,
that. People need to know. Yeah, this is our 200th episode. We've been doing this for 4.5
200
years,
episodes.
three and a half years, or something like that. And we don't get paid yet. So,
I feel like that's your fault, though.
yeah,
I think it is.
I
It's
think
actually,
it is
this
too.
podcast actually costs money every month. We're running in the negative.
That is
For
true.
years.
One day it'll go up.
You
we
could have
use
bought a
Tyler,
house with all the
Tyler and I
money.
are on a salary. You guys pay us like $1,000
Yeah.
every fortnight.
A Hero Story as a company is going under, and we need your help.
Oh no. A hero story is bankrupt.
If you guys could send us anything at all, money, e-transfer.
Dude, what?
No, I'm
For
kidding,
some reason, I was
don't
like,
actually.
wait, have they
Don't
planned
actually.
to create like a Patreon behind my back?
I
And
would
then my
never.
second question would be, what for? What would people be
to,
paying?
to pay to pay the rights for Mark Ruffalo and Stan Lee. They
We
get
won't-
pretty expensive.
We
That's
won't
true, we
do
do
a
have characters.
Patreon.
No, they're public domain.
Here's why we won't do a Patreon. Last night I'm like, let's get ready for a Hero Story D&D, and everyone's like, sounds good. And I got on my computer
I
and
fell asleep.
no one showed up.
To be fair, I had to
I
get up
did.
for work at like 4 a.m.
And then
So-
Harper went like, hey, is anyone there? And I'm like, it's too late, man. So yeah, no, we're not doing Patreon because time, but we're putting time for episode 200 and the regular podcast. But D&D is still going to happen eventually.
It's just taking pills during the podcast. This is unprofessional. my friend.
No, because Hunter just went. No one responded, and I was like, I did, and I was gonna say I responded after my appointment yesterday, and then I realized I have not taken my daily antidepressants.
So you
There
did
you
it
go.
live while recording episode 200.
Live.
We're doing new things
So
here.
if you want to see what a man with complex mental health issues who has rampaged through Hawaii actually looks like, you're looking at it.
And
You want to go, bro?
if you're watching on YouTube, maybe comment
wanna-
below the timestamps. You see each of us take pills because it's all going to happen.
I already
And
took
we're
my
all
leave
taking
for the
pills.
day.
I took my pills before the episode.
Harper already took
Wait
his
for them to
live.
kick in.
And boy,
Well, Tyler, just take more, and then
Bro,
I'll
you
record
want me
it.
to OD
Jeez,
on the episode?
now we're just encouraging.
This
Jesus
is a comic book podcast where we talk comic books. This week is the 5th week, thankfully, I guess, because we're doing more of a celebration episode. We're celebrating us, I guess, by
Us. Like, yeah,
sharing
I-
our opinions.
Like,
on
holy
things.
shit, we made it to 200 episodes.
Yeah, somehow we're 200 episodes in, so we're gonna be doing like little tiny games and like top fives and whatnot, trying to kind of get you get to know us a little bit more. Oh, and Harper says,
no, I just want to say in 2 weeks time we're going to do a show that we were planning to do on this week, but no one organized it, so thanks guys.
That was your
we're
job!
going, it was my job. When I said thanks guys, I was referring
No one
to me.
organized it.
I was talking about me. Anyway, what I would like the audience to do, if they if they possibly could, is go back to some of your favorite episodes or just listen to a random episode on Spotify, find a quote or a funny moment, something that you can type in text form, also what the context of it is, and send it to one of us, because what we're going to do in a couple weeks is quiz each other on quotes from the podcast where people have to guess the context. So if I say what's a funny quote that's happened on the podcast?
"Joker's not happening."
Yeah, Joker's not
Yeah,
happening.
Joker's not
Jared
happening.
Leto's Joker's not happening.
They have to
Okay.
get that is absolutely not what the context is. You were
Yeah.
lying about that now. But anyway, like I've listened back, JD, and you were like, yeah, I was wrong about that, but I still don't think they're gonna make Joker 2. Anyway, you're wrong about that as well. So that's what we want. If you can find any quotes, anything, whatever related is, send it to either Hunter, Tyler, Josh,
Or
Pagrazio,
the
or
Hero
myself.
Story account. Yeah, just the Hero Story
Yeah.
account.
No, but if they do the Hero Story account, we're all gonna see it.
No, that's true.
I never checked the account.
Yeah.
Actually, I
bitch.
saw that someone posted like the comments read this month, and someone replied with a Kingpin gif.
That was me.
Yeah, I was gonna say
it was what's his name? Nate Gammon.
Yep.
I think Nate Gammon, our boy Nate. He was like, yeah, this is the comics of the month, and I just responded with Kingpin walking in.
So yeah, we will be doing our top 5 comic book characters. A character that's popular that we do not like. We plan on talking about guilty pleasure characters, top 5 limited comic book stories, top 5 comic book runs, and I have 2 little games that we'll play that we'll get into when we get there. Actually, you guys want to start with a quick one?
Sure.
Okay. Oh, okay. Let's start with a quick one.
Is this which one is this one?
Yeah, I'll do the impersonation one to
Okay.
get you guys going. So I am going to text them one at a time to impersonate a character. This is kind of like charades, but it's a podcast, so we're speaking. Don't say the character's name, but you have to try to get the other 2 to guess who it is. And then if you're listening, maybe you can guess.
Can we make
Oh,
Harper
so
go
they're
first?
like, do they like ask questions and try and like
you can
while
ask
we're doing it?
questions. Yeah, you can ask questions,
Cool.
and they have to
That's
answer
cool.
as if they are the character.
I
Tyler,
also
I'll
think
start
if
with
we
you.
get the time, we might even bring back our infamous guess the character in 30 seconds or whatever, because that went so well for all of us last time.
That was actually pretty fun. Yeah. Also,
Is it the
we
Death
did.
Celestial or the clown from Flash Blitz?
I did-
That specific.
I did message a lot of comic book creators this week, and Bendis left me on red, so that's how it went.
Bendis
So-
is coming to a hero
Bendis
story.
is
Never.
not coming.
Tyler, I texted you your character, and the
Are
other
you
2,
kidding me, bro?
the other 2 have to
How do
guess
I
who you
even-
are.
We also
Okay,
messaged Mike Diodato, but he was too busy posting himself shirtless with
So it's
no.
like
Oh, what's
this
he
is gonna
doing?
help. I'm acting as the character he sent me.
Okay.
This
I
is.
think this will help.
I know what you're doing. That is gonna help.
YouTube.com/a-hero.
So okay, I'm not gonna tighten it around my face because I don't want to die on the podcast. But
Cyclops.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing, Cyclops.
no, how much I have to act as the God,
Yeah.
I don't even how do they sound?
The fact that Tyler doesn't even know is very concerned.
It's a lot of
Batman who
Batman
laughs.
yeah.
Batman.
Yeah.
Go
But
on,
if you
it's
pick a
okay.
character that doesn't have like a live action interpretation.
I'm
that we can
going
at
for
least
here.
pull from.
That's what I'm
Like,
going
come
for
on.
here, because otherwise,
Son of a bitch. Thank God I had that belt. I would have just been laughing.
The Joker's
Um,
daughter.
Harley Quinn.
JDS
Okay.
in 2 years.
Yep, I see it. Man, these crutches really do suck. If only I had a word that I could say to make myself better.
Oh, Freddie Freeman.
Billy. Yeah, I was gonna say that wasn't a character. That was just saying.
That's just what I imagined Freddie
Oi,
Freeman would say.
Oh man, look at all my money. I sure should build a big metal suit to fly around in.
Oh,
No,
Iron
no,
Man.
No, I didn't give him one. Harper,
Oh.
here you go. Here's your character.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Are you Ben Shapiro?
No.
Mark Ruffalo.
Hey, you guys read any of my stuff?
Well, like what kind of stuff have you made?
Oh, I've written tons of books. I mean, I'm kind of famous for my books.
Yeah, books.
Yeah, I
Books.
write
What
books.
kind of books?
Yeah. Superhero books, any books, fiction generally, but I've written some nonfiction. I think I don't know. I'm lying now.
Written nonfiction books.
Yeah,
this is
no,
the question for the ages.
I would ignore what I just said because I don't know that that's true. But anyway, I'm pretty famous. It's actually really good to be here, guys. I'm thankful you invited me.
This is
I did.
ridiculous.
I have no idea who he is.
You could ask me some questions.
Are
Ask
you
me
a
some questions.
superhero?
I've been in some comics, but I'm not really a
you-
superhero per se.
Good answer.
I mean, he's a comic book creator, I'm assuming, who's been written into a
Yeah.
story at some point.
Yeah. No, I think I've actually written myself. I wrote myself into like a what if story one time. It was actually quite funny. It was actually a what if story that everyone here has read, actually, from the 2000s.
Mhm.
What?
Are you Bendis?
I am. I'm Brian Michael Bendis. Please meet you. Well done.
Does Bendis actually do the laugh like
is
that
that
every
the
time he
Jessica
talks?
Jones one?
The
Which one
Daredevil
is that he
What
wrote
If
himself-
one. Where it was,
Oh yeah,
He
he
was
was
in
also
that,
he wrote himself. He wrote himself into everything, bro.
yeah.
He was getting
See,
I've
that's-
written nonfiction. I mean, I don't know
see,
that actually happened.
That's probably not what Brian Michael Bendis sounds like at all. But at least I played the game. I didn't go, "Hello guys, I wrote Daredevil in 2004. Who am I?"
Kevin Smith?
That's true. That's true. Welcome back to Comic Book Man.
No, it isn't.
Not true.
Yeah, I guess. Do you guys want to
Do
do
that
another-
again.
Do, you
Do
wanna
another one. That was fun. That was fun. You gotta
Jesus.
play it. Play the part.
I
Hunter,
have.
do you
I
want
have
one?
another game. I have another game. if you want.
Hunter, do you want one?
Oh sure, yeah. Send me one.
Oh god.
Okay.
Jeez Louise.
Just
Dead
I'll-
Celestial.
Does it have to be does it have to be comic book related?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I mean, it is a
What
comic
else?
book
What else would
podcast.
the answer be?
Excellent. There you go. Hunter, I've set what should come through in a sec.
Yeah, I saw it.
Are you Jonah Hex?
Yeah.
Oh shit! How did
Damn
I get
it.
that? That's crazy.
I was gonna start talking about my
I was
face.
so
hurts
close.
and-
My face hurts.
I don't know. Okay, here's a catchphrase game. I'm gonna say a name, or not a name. I'm gonna say something that a character often says, like it's clobbering time.
Dude,
which is the thing.
Dude, hold up. We are running this podcast like it's a high school presentation where like you spent weeks organizing it, but then you get
Yeah.
up there and you're rushing through like all the cue cut. Give all the and the next and here's a video. And anyway, the next part was like, you know what I mean? And then it's over in like 3 minutes, and then you sit down just like shell shocked from what happens.
Fast forward 30 minutes
Ooh.
from now, we're all gonna be sweating and gasping for air. and
Podcast can be over.
Over. It'll be over.
Yeah.
You should-
All right. That catchphrase
Oh,
game.
God.
That's
Jesus,
So,
right,
for
okay.
example, yeah, it's clobbering time is the thing. Who says booyah?
Cyborg.
That's 1 point for Tyler.
What? I said it.
We're actually playing.
Here,
I feel like I should
how
get a
you have to
point for
buzz in? You have to buzz in, like say buzz,
Alright,
How the
we're
hell are we
buzzing
gonna
in.
buzz in?
by saying
hit him with
like
the boop.
bzz or whatever,
Raise your hand.
and then I'll watch and I'll see.
Yeah.
You know, this phrase is said by many characters, but I want the first person who said it to me. My X-Men. Tyler,
Charles Xavier.
it's 2 points.
First
to
person.
Tyler.
Fuck,
Wait,
man.
how many people say that? I guess it's about- I
Cyclops
guess-
says it.
Yeah, Jean says it. Yeah, that's true.
Jean,
Okay.
yeah.
I don't know why I would not have.
Spider Man.
Sweet Christmas.
Luke Cage.
You
This
can
isn't
get that.
fair. You guys geographically are closer. Therefore, he's my internet's delayed.
No, you can get the Luke Cage. God, that's the best
Okay.
catchphrase in comics, though.
It is.
It
Sweet
is.
Christmas.
Holy moly!
Luke Cage.
Shazam!
Oh, JD said it.
Luke Cage.
I think we should just say it. I think we should just fucking
Okay, yeah,
say it.
just
I
say
think-
it. Just say it.
I think
That's
we
fine.
just say it.
Just say it. Poozer.
Oh, that's Kilowog.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck.
Got a
it is
full
too.
sentence
God,
out,
trying to
too.
Dude,
process that.
I could not get my mind
You
set
all
I
on
froze
called
for a
someone a
second.
Poozer
Yeah.
fairly recently. I don't
Dude,
know why.
I knew it, and I still went Nick Fury in my brain, like so far off.
All will be well.
Oh,
Wait.
Saint Walker.
Yeah.
Dude, what is
Damn
your fucking obsession?
He
with
just
Green
read Jeff
Lantern
Johns'
at the
Green
moment?
Lantern.
Yeah,
And so it's
yeah,
okay.
it's
Next is
so
probably
Tyler's
Kilowog, or no, next
Tyler's
is Atrocitus, and next is yeah.
I do another lantern one. I'll switch around a little. Everything dies.
That's Reed
Doom.
Richards.
Yeah.
Wait,
That's
to who? It's Reed.
It is Reed. Yeah.
It's Reed. Doom does not
Yeah.
say everything dies.
Yeah.
He says everything lives. Does that count?
No, Reed says everything lives. This guy.
No,
Clearly
he
never read
does
Secret
too.
Wars.
He does too. You're right. It's just a page with Doom.
This guy.
I've only read Fear itself.
This could go to many characters. There's one character specifically that says it. I am your king.
T'Challa?
No.
Odin.
Aquaman?
Yes, Aquaman.
Oh,
Damn.
Yeah,
I read
Aquaman.
that
You
last
gotta
month.
think about what Hunter likes. Hunter likes Aquaman.
shit.
Exactly.
That's a good book. That's a good book. That's a good moment.
Mine.
Oh,
Oh,
Larfleeze.
Larfleeze.
Oh, that was like a tie.
Who?
What's mine?
The
Is mine.
Orange
Is mine. Is
Lantern.
mine. That's like his lantern
Yeah.
oath.
You guys
What's his
both
name,
tied
though?
that. Larfleeze.
Larfleeze.
The
I have
orange
no
guy.
idea who that is.
Really?
Really?
Lantern.
No idea who that is.
You never
He's
read
dope.
Jeff Johns' Green Lantern run?
Well, apparently Hunter had never read it.
Yeah,
It blew my
Why the
fucking
fuck would I
mind.
ever?
That
Doesn't
doesn't surprise me that Hunter's
fucking
never read it.
EVS do art on that? I'd rather stab myself.
Like
in
maybe
It's
the
really
he does
good.
like a little bit of the issues, not that.
I'd rather be
Ivan
shot
Reese
in the
does a lot of the
fucking head.
issues.
Anyway,
Okay,
Reese.
I only have one more left. So
go on.
Okay,
These are awful, by the way.
ready?
Oh, Damian Wayne.
Oh, you got it.
Damn. TT.
Yeah.
He
All
always
right, I
says
got
like
one.
Oh, I
TT.
have a question. I have a question. Who says Herm?
Rorschach.
Rorschach from Watchmen. And that
He
one
went-
guy in
he
like
went-
all my comment sections.
I've got one. I've got one.
Okay.
I am Iron Man.
Iron Man.
Oh, Hunter got it.
Yeah. There we go. I am Batman.
My name is Wally West, and I'm the fastest man alive.
Like Barry that said that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Those I can't think of any more that weren't too.
You thought of
obvious.
3 lanterns in that one thing.
I know. I was trying to think of trying not to do lanterns except for one, but they say things a lot that are the
They
exact
do.
same thing. So
Man,
Easy to
Tim
do.
Walker's cool.
Top 5 characters and why? That will be longer than games, probably.
Yeah, I assume so. Well,
Because then you could like explain like
are we going
what is this
backwards
character?
or
Yeah,
from the
start
top?
at 5. Start at 5.
Are we going? We all say one, and I say
I
one.
think we
You
all
say one.
5,
and
5,
voted-
5, 5, and then 4,
Yeah.
4, 4, 4.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Who goes
All right,
first?
start it out, Hunter.
No, someone else start.
I'm sorry, I wasn't listening. What are we?
Top 5, Harper. Who's your 5th favorite character of all time?
I was gonna say I've got another catchphrase, but this might be controversial. Do you want me to do it?
Yeah.
I think I can see where this is going.
All right. Okay, so this is the catchphrase. Whoever says the name first gets the point. I commented, y'all ever make good and funny memes just to flex on
I just started yelling.
I
in
knew
my
that
mic
was
there.
coming.
I just started yelling in my mic. That's my way of censoring, so I don't have to go back and edit
I was
it.
trying to find the worst one I could, and then I said it, and I was just like, "Oh my!" Like I'd forgotten how bad it was.
Yeah.
Oops. Anyway, oh, I got another. No,
No,
anyway,
your 5th
carry on.
favorite character.
My 5th favorite character
Yeah.
Of all time,
Is it Morbius?
of all time
Comic.
in comic
comic
books,
books.
though, not
Yeah,
of
yeah,
all
yes,
time.
comic book wise.
It
Even
sucked,
written
bro.
down. You don't. You.
No. I no.
Going,
But it's
He's
it's
sighing because he's gonna get emotional here.
the first time I read Harley Quinn, I thought no.
Harleen.
No, this was-
Larfleeze.
the problem. The
Oh,
problem
yeah.
with this placing. The problem with this placing is it's very default, if that makes sense. I couldn't think of someone to replace it. So it's a really boring choice, but it is Barry Allen.
It's not bad. Why?
It's not that boring,
Like-
bro. Mine is gonna be the most boring choices.
give
you'll ever
your
hear.
rationale.
Why
my
Barry Allen?
rationale, my rationale is that he's the least of the 2 Flashes, but I love the Flashes. So like,
So
Is it just you're like,
So
well,
he's-
this is a character I've read a lot. I guess
he's
I
just
like him.
there. Well, I was gonna say like Rhodey because I like Rhodey, but I like Barry. Like there's more Barry content. I've spent more time with that character. Like Rhodey's very recent in terms of doing shit. He's
Mhm.
done stuff in a couple runs. I really.
What's your
like,
favorite
but-
Barry story?
Hmm.
Is it reverse?
Oh, Flashpoint.
No way reverse your favorite Barry story.
My favorite Barry Allen story would be Chain Lightning, if that counts. Does that count,
I would
JD?
count that.
I think what's that one? The it's the one when Jeff Johns writes Barry and Mana pulls on art, and it's right after he comes
Dastardly
back.
Death
Oh,
of the Rose.
Dastardly
Yeah.
Death of the
That
Rose.
one's good, bro.
Very good.
That's a
That
good
book,
book.
is good as fuck.
That book is good. I like
The,
that one.
the thing about the Flashes is they're very different, but they're also very similar, and they're both really good characters.
The other thing is,
wouldn't-
who cares?
You ever
Hunter?
feel
Move
like
on.
Hunter like
Yeah,
says a
that's-
statement but doesn't say anything at all? Like the thing is,
Yeah.
they're like very different, but they're also the same.
That's a
He's
good
like,
point.
He's like
Guys,
retarded
when you
bullshit
think
and I say
about
where I
it,
need to hit the word.
We're all
count.
sort of
Yeah.
different.
Well, it's because we all said something.
Oh, the thing about him is he's a comic book character, and
They both wear red, so they're kind of similar.
he'll
Yeah.
Are we
never
listing
stop
top?
trying
Are
to
we
be the
listing top
Flash.
5 Hunter pet peeves? Because I've got one every time he says right away here about something that's not about to happen right away. That
I say
really
that a
irks
lot.
me. Oh, we've got
Yes.
this coming up right away here, and it's like 30 minutes. It's like
My
oh.
thing is when he just gets the date of something entirely wrong by like
Oh,
a
that
year and a
happens a
half or
lot.
months or
yeah, that
any
happens
number
so
of
often.
things.
My other pet peeve is when he writes a post on Gore the God Butcher, and one slide he has Gore spelt with 2 R's, and then a sentence after it he has it spelt with 1 R, and I'm like, it's on the same page.
You think I care? You think I care?
Mine is that he has to brief us that he's like the biggest fan of like Thor or like whatever character that we know he's the biggest fan of. Now we
Hold
No,
know
he
on.
just said that before the podcast started. Before the podcast started, I said that I saw 2 towers yesterday, and he goes, "Oh, Return of the King's my favorite." Everyone knows that. Everyone knows that everyone's favorite is Return of the
it's
King.
common hunter knowledge. You're not
My-
posting
my
to
other-
Instagram. You're telling us.
Maybe
My
I
other
shouldn't
pet
be
peeve
talking
is when
about
I'm
this.
trying to tell a funny scenario about Aquaman 2 where Ben Affleck is swimming in the ocean for like hours in the movie, and Hunter just has a conversation with Chelsea and doesn't listen to me despite the fact we're recording a podcast. That's
It's
another
only the
pet
2 of
peeve.
you.
It's just me talking to no
All
one.
he needs to
Yeah.
do is pay attention to you.
That
at
was
that
really
moment.
funny though, Harper. That was really funny last week.
It was funny, but you weren't listening. You were like, "Oh, sorry, Chelsea walked in." I was like, "We're on the
I
podcast.
know, I told her
dude.
that.
It's happening."
All right, well that's why you like Barry Allen. Tyler. Oh yeah.
Oh,
Get ready to like talk about Netflix Daredevil for a while.
Oh yeah.
Sure.
Speaking of which, top 5 character, my number 5, Matt Murdock.
Really?
Daredevil. number 5.
Interesting.
It
That
was a
makes me
long
curious
time,
for the rest of your list. Honestly,
It was a long time where it was a toss up between Daredevil and another character on this list, and I had to decide. Like, it was a lot of me realizing I don't like Daredevil as much as that other guy, which we'll get to. But God, Daredevil is the best character. Like, I just know I know I've just put him on number 5 of my
Really
top 5.
not.
but
Really
he's-
not.
but he's the best. Like, anytime you see Daredevil in anything, I'm like, fuck, that guy just has the best. He just has the best comics and the best show
Okay.
and the best everything.
It's the best
Okay,
idea.
counterpoint. Best character.
best.
Counterpoint. Mace Windu.
Well, you're
I didn't
saying
think
he's
of
the
that. I
best,
didn't
but
think
you're
of
also like, but there's 4 that I like better.
But there's 4 that I like more. I mean, I say everything is the best, but Daredevil is the best. I mean, come on. Except he isn't, because he's number
Yeah.
5. But I love him.
Except the other 4 on your list.
Yes. Best Daredevil story, by the way, is Born Again. Easy.
I like that
Easily.
we're doing best story though.
Disagree.
It's he did. What's the best Daredevil story?
Block D.
Devil and so lucky.
Mm,
Guardian Devil actually is.
Yeah.
No. Let me think. Love and War.
Love him more. Is it
It's
because
Love
he's
and
drawn?
Thunder.
Is it because it's because I almost
I
called
like
Penguin.
Fat King.
Yeah, Kingpin's drawn like in Spider Verse. That is a good
Yeah,
book.
I like that.
Sienkiewicz.
It is actually a great book. But anyway, yeah.
My number 5, even though I'm just kind of getting into the Jeff Johns now, but it's Green Lantern. It's Hal Jordan.
Hal Jordan.
Hal
Imagine,
Jordan.
like your entire
that's
top
from-
5 is like Blue Lantern, Orange Lantern, Green Lantern,
Hal
Sinestro.
Jordan, Guy
Just like,
Gardner.
what the fuck?
Kyle Rayner.
That the one that's a cat and Atrocitus, the other one.
Dexter.
Dexter.
But no,
Dude.
it's Hal Jordan. That's mostly due to Venditti's run. That's what really got
Compounds.
me to like.
Oh, I thought
yeah.
you were a big fan of the Thorn.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
he doesn't like Hal Jordan, so, and he will constantly remind you that, just like how I will constantly remind you that I like Thor. But he's not in my top 10 or top 5. He's in my top 10. I like Green Lantern and
Thor.
Hal-
Wait, Thor's not in your top 5?
no, he's number 6 actually.
Was-
What?
Yeah,
That's
Thor's
surprising.
number 6.
What
No,
was
fuck off. No, Hunter.
did
no,
Green
no,
Lantern
I'm
just
sorry.
recently become 5, or was
No,
Hal
no, no,
always
no, no,
at
no.
5?
This is out of character. Whoever's writing you this season has completely butchered your character.
So Hal's always been number 5. Thor was like number 15, but recently now he's number like 6
Wow.
because I read a bunch of Thor.
Recently.
Well, within
thought
like
you
the
were the
past like
biggest
3
Thor fan.
years, 3-4 years since
Bro, what is
Infinity
your
It's been
War.
one of my
time scale?
favorites
How-
coming
yeah.
up right away here.
I changed my favorites a lot. Okay.
I
goes all over
do
the
not.
Hal is the best Green Lantern though. I was actually thinking about this today. How like you can you can determine a DC fan by who their favorite insert character is. Like JD, you love Kyle Rayner.
Right.
You can kind of determine which era of DC you love
Of
more.
course, I'm a 90s and 2000s.
Hal Jordan, I think, is
Right.
like he's
I got a
just,
question.
I think he's just got to be the best Green Lantern though.
I got a
Like,
question.
he just
then.
is. He is a
What? How do you Hal Jordan fans go about him justifying trying to fuck a 12-year-old?
Yeah, that was like
Yeah, I thought that
70 years
dead
ago.
silence would be about about what I expected.
Listen,
So
I
you
like
guys
Charles
feel about that?
Xavier. I can justify quite a bit.
For a long time, I was
So in a couple weeks' time, when we do the out of context game,
Yeah, they could
that's
send
gonna
that
be the
one in.
first.
yeah. For a long time, it was either Kyle or Hal, but I think it's Hal, especially after reading Secret Origin, where it's just a retelling of his
Secret
origin,
Origin's great.
why
a good one,
Avengers
dude.
like ship crashed, and it's because of Atrocitus was on board. Like that's so cool, and how Black
Mhm.
Can's involved.
There's a lot
and,
of cool like retcons about like the Jeff Johns run that like it kind of works in canon.
Mhm. Like how Atrocitus is part of the reason he's a Green Lantern. Like that's
Right,
really
right.
cool, and they set up Blackest Night during that kind of.
Right.
It's just
Mhm.
it's such a good story, and yeah, it made me realize like Hal Jordan's just so cool. And even
He's the
like
dopest.
even not even as Green Lantern, like Hal Jordan is a cool character. And I like that.
Yeah.
Harper.
I know so fucking dick all about Green Lanterns that my favorite is just John Stewart because of the DC
John Stewart sucks
universe.
in the comics.
I think John Stewart does
I-
suck. I also
He's
think
so
John
boring.
Stewart's the
I
worst.
have no idea, but him on in that series, always good.
He's great in the series. It's
He's
much better.
amazing.
than
that's
I
the
have
thing
no
is,
idea about comic
in the
book,
co-
like
in the
literally no
cartoon,
idea.
In the cartoon, John Stewart's great on the Justice League, but every time he's Green Lantern on the Justice League, I'm like, I just wish this was Hal. Like,
Yeah.
this would be way more interesting if it was Hal.
Isn't that because of your deep-seated racism? Oh,
That
that,
has
doesn't
nothing to do
work
with
for
it.
you. That doesn't
like
work.
in JLA 1997, Kyle Rayner's the Green Lantern, and then like at the end, John takes over the role, and it's just like it adds nothing to the team. Like
I
it's
think
just-
the problem
angry
there is
Lantern.
because he's not really friends with the other members.
right.
Well, Kyle, you had like even Scott Snyder's recent Justice League run, he had trying to
Yeah.
get like John friends with
He was
Barry.
trying to
and it
be
just was
leader. He was
weird.
trying to be the leader, though, wasn't he, or something like that?
No,
Wasn't-
Martian Manhunter was leader.
Right, that's even stupider, though. Is the thing like that's even lamer than?
But he
John
had
Stewart
like
being the
John and Barry be really good friends. And it's like that doesn't
Yeah,
It
like
feels
leader.
like it
It's just
doesn't
because
work.
Green Lantern needs to be friends with the Flash on the Justice
Yeah.
League.
It just would have been better as Hal. So
Everything would be better with Hal.
that's my number 5. JD.
My number 5 is Spider-Man. I was really torn whether to put him 5 or 4, but it ended up at 5. I mean,
Tell us why
what
you
can
love
you say
Miles
that
Morales.
hasn't been said about Spider-Man? I mean, it's just like the best.
Apparently not. He's got 4 more.
Apparently not the best,
Yeah.
JD.
Well, I know.
Okay,
that's-
I'm gonna use my Tyler explanation here.
Yeah.
Of like, well, he's the best, but he's not the best. But like,
Spider-Man-
I read 122 issues of 60s and 70s Spider-Man because like I like the character that much. And
It's
even though I
hard
don't
to
read
do.
like the current run, like still a top 5 character. I just so many different forms of media too. Just
I
so
think
great.
I'm the only one who's like 5th character was a character that was actual number 5 and I didn't go, but they're the best character ever.
Yeah. Yeah, we are
What's
all
your favorite Spider-Man story?
Kraven's Last Hunt. I mean, it's
Oh,
Blue or
okay.
Kraven's Last Hunt, but Kraven's Last Hunt is so good.
Oh, I guess
Steven's
my,
Last Hunt is good.
my favorite
And then
Hal
I-
story is Blackest Night.
I like Spider-Man, the kid that dies of cancer or whatever.
It's
It's actually a very good story.
yeah, it is.
Is that the name?
It's the B story too,
That
which
is
is
exactly
crazy.
what it's
'cause
called.
It
the
is a
cover
B
was-
story. And JD fucked up who did the art on it in the comp.
Because
in
I
the
looked it
comment
up on
section.
Wikipedia and it was the A and the B.
Yeah,
and
but
I'm an
you got ratioed L.
idiot. Yeah, it
anyway.
happens. I could just delete the comment, then I won't have been ratioed.
Shit, that's a good point.
I didn't think
you
of that.
do have the power.
All right, who's your number 4? Oh, who started
Harper.
this?
Me.
Harper, who's your number 4?
My number 4 may be controversial, I think, a little bit. My number 4 is Squirrel Girl. I've read her in 2 issues in New Avengers.
New Avengers. Yeah, she tries to bang Daredevil.
She does try to fuck Daredevil.
Yeah.
He's like, "How old are you?"
yeah.
Wasn't she the one that was the babysitter for
She was
Yeah.
the babysitter.
Kids'
Jessica
Dog?
Jones.
That's
and
God,
the
what a
kid's kid.
great series.
Yeah. Who's number 4, bitch?
Wally Rudolph West.
And
Number
your favorite
4.
story?
Number 4. My favorite
Really?
story of Wally. Oh, are we doing?
I mean,
Oh.
like that's a good addition.
I
to
mean,
this,
there
like,
will be crossover,
Oh,
I
are
assume,
you-
with our favorite runs and books.
Of
eventually.
course.
Right.
Of
Oh,
course.
so we're adding in
Don't-
favorite stories.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh,
that's what we've
okay.
been saying, but don't say like this is also my favorite.
No,
comic. Like, yeah.
no. But that's a good addition. Well done, JD,
Yeah.
on the fly. I'm glad we planned this beforehand.
Bro, Tyler's
Tyler did it. I'll take credit for it though. I'll go Edison on him.
Thank you. Oh,
Oh
nice.
my God.
Tesla, Nikola, impeccably.
I'll
dressed.
edit it.
That's
so
why
when
people.
Tyler
That's why people
suggests it,
listen
I'll just
to
mute
the
him.
Hero Story, so they can get the Nikola Tesla jokes.
So they can get those epic rap battles reference.
Hunter hates.
Oh
those.
Jesus.
Oh, that's
Best Wally-
another pet peeve
well,
about Hunter. He hates epic rap battles of history. God, I hate that about him.
You hate epic rap battles. I listened to
does.
one today.
He
I
know
don't
you hate them.
Hate. I
Every
just don't
time me and
listen to
Harper
it.
go at it, you're like, oh, good.
There
I
are
just
10
don't
million,
listen
million,
to
million,
it.
million,
Dude,
million,
no,
million,
no.
million, million particles in the universe that
the universe
we can
that we can
observe.
observe.
Your mama took the
took
ugly ones and put the
Episode
ones
200
in the
gets
word.
copyright striked.
No, but it was the fact that Hunter was like, no, they're just like all really cringy. And like some of them are very cringy and they're inherently kind of a cringy thing. But like I would send him one and go, this one's actually like quite well made. And he'd be like, nah. And I'm like, dude, you fucking like play Sonic religiously and unironically fucking
You have a,
like
you
quote
have a
Jim
tattoo,
Carrey
You have a BVS
as
tattoo,
Eggman.
bro.
Don't you fucking talk to me
Yeah.
about cringe, piece of shit with your BVS tattoo. I'm not fucking
that's
taking
not-
it from you.
No, tell us why you like Wally West.
Yeah, please.
And why he's number
Um,
4.
It's kind of blowing my mind that he's
so
number
my-
4 though, because
Yeah,
I feel like
but I know
when
his
we
top
all-
3 right now.
But when we all met,
We all know his
Harper,
top
Wally
3.
West was the guy for you.
So
That's
my
true.
favorite
grown,
Wally
you've
West
grown so
story. I
much.
feel like I'm in a rock and a hard place because I said best Barry Allen story, Chain Lightning, but that might also be the best Wally West story.
It's a,
So I
it's a
don't-
valid
I'm
opinion.
gonna say the
That's
return
okay.
of Barry Allen.
As
is
a,
that-
like a non-comic reader would be so confused. Like, wait, how is the best? How is the best Wally West story the return of Barry Allen, but not the best Barry Allen
Chain
story?
Lightning is a story about all the Flashes traveling through different points of time to stop a menace called Cobalt. Anyway, number 4.
Rogolzar.
Rolgozar. Anyway, good time travel.
So your order would go
shenanigans.
Return of Barry Allen, then Chain Lightning for your favorite Wally
And then
stories.
Blitz, I
I
assume.
mean, they're interchangeable. They're
I'm shocked
amazing.
it's not Blitz.
I'm gonna break JD's heart a little bit here. Blitz is like my 3rd favorite now.
That's valid. I mean,
I
I thought
thought
you were gonna
I
say
two
it
great
sucks.
It
From what
goes.
I
It
remember-
goes.
It's not like you're
It
saying
goes-
Flash Forward is your favorite. Like
No,
Wally
it
story
goes
of all time.
Rebirth 2009.
Heroes in
it goes
Crisis.
Guerrilla Warfare.
Yeah.
It goes Full Stop, which is the final arc with the Riddler.
Guerrilla
from
Warfare
New
is
52. Guerrilla Warfare is very good.
It's so good.
Flashpoint Beyond. Haven't read it.
From what I remember of, I keep saying the little Wally I've read, but I've read a good amount of Wally. I think Rogue War was my favorite. That's the last Jeff Johns one, right?
Rogue War's good. I really like Rogue War.
I don't care
Rogue
for
War.
Return of Barry
Rogue
Allen.
War. Oh, fuck.
You don't care for Return of Barry
I don't
Allen?
care for it. I just think it's like it's a Flash story. It's like a Flash story for dedicated Flash fans.
What
I
story?
feel like
What
if
story
you're-
do you say?
Why
Return
is
of
that
Barry
Return
bad
of Barry
thing?
Allen.
See,
No,
I
because
think that's
like if
actually
you
a
just
stupid
like
opinion.
the Flash,
Well, and
I
that's what
just-
Mark
that
Waid
it's-
said.
that's
Like,
it.
like his worry when he wrote, like, if he could redo the story was, like,
Set
do
up
people know who
Eobard a
Eobard
bit.
Thawne is?
it's like
Yeah.
yeah, it's like watching Endgame without seeing any of the other movies.
Look, I don't
Yeah.
want to, get too dark or anything here. But I was standing on the chair, rope around my neck, reading Return of Barry Allen. I stood off the chair because of that book.
That's awesome.
Which,
You know what? You gotta tell that
page
next time
made
to
you
Mark
take
Waid.
off the chair.
The page when Wally reads the journal and realizes he's like, wait a second. Then he shows up and he's like, you're not Barry Allen at all. You're Eobard Thawne.
When he smacks him,
Which-
the double page spread.
Dude,
Barry
I
Allen.
that book blew my fucking mind. I read that book in 2016, which probably feels too late for you, JD. But when I read that book, I had no idea what the twist was, and I was trying to like send the pages to a friend to be like, "You have to see this. This is insane."
I
Such a
was
good
the
book.
friend.
I was yes.
Like, I've
We
seen it
were
already.
talking back then. You'd be like,
I
"Yo."
remember that. I don't know if you guys ever saw it, but that page was like used as a meme for like a very small amount of time.
Yeah,
Where they would put
Really?
Ezra
I
Miller's
remember that.
Flash face onto it, and it'd say "You're no Barry Allen." And
Yeah.
there was a point
Oh,
where they
yeah.
put Williamson's Barry on it, and said "You're no Barry Allen." That's how much that book sucked at the beginning.
that's
It,
very
it did have a
silly.
rough start.
Mhm.
Was I next?
Yeah, you are next for your number 4.
My number 4 character is this guy right here. I could have pointed at Daredevil.
you were
but
pointing
the
at me.
Master of the Mystic
I
Arts.
thought you
Is
pointed
this
at
guy
Hunter as
right
well.
here, Harper. Hunter.
Every week.
Dr. Stephen Strange, Master of the Mystic Arts, Sorcerer Supreme. He's my number
Fa-
4. And this
favorite
is
story.
fuck.
We're off the bat.
That's actually I haven't even thought about this.
Harper looks like pissed that you're
I am.
Favorite
I am.
Doctor
I'm a little
Strange
bit mad.
story. I think my favorite just to read is the Jason Aaron run. I like Last Days of Magic. I like all that shit. I like because when I first read that, I assumed that was what the MCU was going to do in Doctor Strange 3. I assumed Doctor
Same.
Strange 3 was going to be a big event. No, you did not. You read it like 2 months ago.
I'm agreeing with you. I'm agreeing with you because you were the one who told me that. Because I said I was reading Jason Aaron, so you're like, "This is going to be Doctor Strange 3," and I read. I'm like, "I agree, it is."
No, I don't think that's Doctor Strange 3 anymore, though. I
No,
thought that
yeah,
when I
because
first read it. Like,
that was before Multiverse of Madness.
what the fuck are you talking about?
Our conversation.
What about, I thought you read that after whatever. Doctor Strange is my number 4. I have a poster of him. Unfortunately, that keeps goddamn falling
Why
down.
am I
But
blurry?
it's a beautiful poster.
Why am I
It's Alex
blurry?
Ross.
Why am I blurry? What happened to
You're
me?
underwater.
Why have I been censored? What did I do? Hello? What the fuck's happened? Oh, I'm back. What the fuck?
Okay, continue.
I love Doctor Strange in one of the best things about Doctor Strange is that he is always the highlight of every team he's on. So
Yeah.
New Avengers, the Bendis New Avengers,
Mhm.
he's the highlight there. Hickman's New Avengers, I wouldn't say he's the highlight, but he's a highlight there certainly. And especially into like Secret Wars and stuff like that. He's amazing. Doctor Strange, I mean, this is a more recent one for me. I kind of this year found out I love Doctor Strange as much as I did. And I very nearly got a tattoo right here of his logo, which I still might get.
But it
I
looks
just
too much
didn't
like
have
a
time.
basketball.
It looks so much like a basketball. People would just be like, bro, you love
Like
hooping?"
even me as
No,
a comic fan,
it's
like
Doctor
when you first
Strange.
sent it, I'm like a
How
basketball.
will
Yeah.
this affect LeBron's legacy?
Tyler literally messaged me being like, "It's booked 2 weeks from now. I'm going to."
Oh
get
yeah,
it."
and then I got this computer instead, and this computer was a lot of money. So
Yeah, because then I messaged him like, "Did you
yeah.
get it?" And you're like, "Nah."
but
Do you guys
Yeah, I love
want to know
Doctor
the 2
Strange.
tattoos I'm getting?
yeah, what's up? What is it?
Doctor
Okay.
Is
Strange
it also the
basketball.
same one?
No,
Damage.
well, I am. Well, I'm not gonna get the Sanctum window because it looks too much like a basketball, and I
Like a
asked a lot of
basketball,
people
yeah.
about it. So I'm gonna go. I have Agamotto, right?
Mhm.
But I'm gonna get
Right on your chest.
on. Let me just turn this down. So on this
Oh, you
on this
froze.
arm here, like right in the little forearm part, I'm gonna get. Oh, what? Why did I
No,
freeze?
you're back.
Am
You're
I
back. You're back. Yeah,
On this part of my arm there, I'm gonna get this.
Vader.
Ooh,
For those listening, it's Darth Vader's
Darth helmet.
which was drawn by my girlfriend. She actually did
Oh,
that
nice.
design, which is nice.
That's
Darth
great.
On
Vader
the
on
other
top.
arm, I'm gonna get the Jedi Lion symbol,
Mhm.
which
Okay.
is
And then
looks
right
like-
here, you're gonna get ha 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 ha. ha.
And here
which
you're
is
gonna
on
get damaged.
Kenobi's shot. There it is. That one.
Yeah,
Oh,
you're,
yeah, that is a
Yeah.
sick logo.
you are naming a lot of ideas, but that's leaving less room for the ha 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 tattoo.
Yeah.
No, ha ha ha's
or the
going
little
right
J right
forehead,
here.
Or wasn't there like a
and then
feather
I'm
with,
gonna
like, a
get
crowbar?
damage tattooed on my dick shaft.
There's not that much room. You might only get like DNA.
Yeah, you get
Aw,
damn.
why is this so funny?
I walked right into that one,
Yeah,
James.
it
God
happens.
damn it.
Hunter, who's your number 4?
Spider-Man.
Favorite
like him.
story.
I like him better than you. That's right.
Favorite story.
You said Kraven's Last Hunt. That's what I was going to say. So I'm just going to say
Oh, real
Blue.
original guy.
Blue. Spider-Man Blue.
Who's
Right.
Oh,
that?
real
Last Hunt.
original.
Why are you so angry? Wow, you like a story that other people like?
Yeah, fucking
Pathetic.
poser. All right, tell me more about Spider-Man.
Just what you said. Like he's iconic. He's been around for so many different reasons, from movies and games, and they're all really good for the most part. Of course, there's bad
Love when you just say
adaptations, but
nothing. I just love when you say
I'm
nothing.
just yeah.
Oh,
really, I
Spider-Man's been in stuff. And
He's
that's
been in
crazy.
things.
Why you turn him into
and
Arnold?
I liked it. You know what?
Yeah, that's
One of my first memories is seeing Spider-Man in theaters, the original Tobey Maguire, and I was like,
And your first
Whoa.
issue, superhero issue ever was a Spider-Man issue, correct?
yeah, it was Doc Ock Year One, Issue 5.
That's
Yeah,
right, with his-
we
with his
found
belly
that
out.
out. Yeah.
Yeah, that was
We
my
did figure that
first
out.
comic book ever.
What an
And so, yeah.
introduction.
Yeah, it's really weird introduction. I don't know how I got it, but
Is Doc
I
Ock
still
your
have
favorite
it.
Spider-Man villain?
That's weird. My
No,
first comic book
Goblin
issue
is.
was Identity Crisis
Goblin?
issue 1.
Yikes. That
Green,
explains
Green
a lot.
Goblin's my favorite Spider-Man villain for sure. But yeah, no,
We'll have
it's
it.
awesome. I don't like the current run, but I'm still reading it because it's Spider-Man, and I feel like I just have to know what Spider-Man's doing all the time.
Dude,
I feel like
obligation
that way
reading.
too.
Obligation reading is the worst, where you're like, this
Yeah.
is my favorite character, but why is he fighting Korvac 25 issues in still?
Well, that's me
You know?
last week, Harper, when we were
No,
like,
I
he's
felt that way
fighting
too with
Vulture. and
Rogol
you're
Zar.
like- exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, that's a great point. Yeah,
That's a thing though. I think that is a thing though. It's like obligated reading just makes you, it just depresses you. Like you wake up every day like, you know, the sun is still shining in the sky, but Superman sucks right now. Like, you know,
It's true. No, that is true. And it makes you forget what
That's
good
what it feels
comics
like with
are. Like when you're
Spider-Man.
not reading books that you're like, this is really good. You're just like,
Mhm.
okay, I'm just doing this for the sake
yeah,
of
exactly.
doing
You lose the love for it
Mhm.
because you're
Yeah.
only reading the shit because you like the character on the cover.
Like, yeah, exactly. And I
Mhm.
keep saying I'm dropping this run, but then he fights Vulture, which was a good issue, but I think that's because it's been so bad
Get
lately. That's
off
why I
of
liked
me.
it. Yeah. So I'm like, finally, I get something that's entertaining. I guess.
Mhm.
Which was more entertaining from a hero story last week, but yeah, Spider-Man's number 4.
My number 4 is Superman. I was really tempted
John
to put top
Kent or
3,
Clark
but I think 4 is the right spot. Definitely Clark Kent. Come on now.
Yeah.
Come on now.
The way you
Come on
word
now.
things.
Yeah.
only the straight Superman for
There's
me.
nobody out there who says John Kent's my 4th favorite character of all time. I mean, come
Let's
on.
get
Well, maybe when he was not over Clark, maybe he was Superboy.
I mean, maybe, but those times are long gone.
Mhm.
Anyway,
They are.
Superman is just so great. I find myself liking a lot of like alternate versions of Superman, like, you know, not
Yeah.
like main Earth Superman, because I think that's just how versatile of a character he is, that you can tell so many different stories like that, and it doesn't even have to be a main canon, and I can still really care about the story. So,
Evil Superman.
What's the best Superman story?
And you
it's
can't
always-
say
Secret
you can't say
Identity.
Nightmare.
well,
It's either
it's
All
al-
Star or Secret
it's,
Identity.
yeah, and it's always that toss up
Yeah.
for me because I could really go back and forth. I could
did
read
know
both
that.
and be like, tell you they're both the best. I mean, they're both
Yeah.
so good.
Mhm.
All Star
Dude,
like
dude,
is just-
Is that
What's
your favorite
Secret
Superman
Identity?
story?
Wait, what's your favorite
Yeah.
canon Superman story then? Neither of those are canon.
Secret Origin. Respect.
That's
I-
a
I-
fucking good one, dude.
yeah, I really do like Secret Origin. I mean, I could pick, you know, an arc from like the original arc of Rebirth. I think that's really good too. There's a lot. I even like some of like the 80s, 90s stuff, like the John Byrne stuff. I
Oh
think that's
yeah,
really
the
solid
John
stuff.
like Man of Steel where he first meets Batman,
Yeah.
they fucking hate each other.
Right.
Oh, that's a good one.
Like it's good stuff.
Even when he
Oh.
dies, I think Death of Superman is really not that bad.
It drags
God.
on really
And
long.
Rain
There's
is
so
good
many
too?
tie-ins.
Oh
Yeah.
my fucking god! No way,
What's wrong?
What just happened?
dude. I'm so sorry to interrupt, JD. I can't believe I've just remembered this. I remember I read like 2 issues of like maybe it was the Adventures of Superman, but it was the current Superman book with a different title at the time. And I forget why I read the issues. I think Zatanna was in them, and I was trying to read all of Zatanna's appearances. Do you know what the story of those issues were? And I just remembered.
What?
What was it?
It was Superman and Black Adam racing.
Yo!
It was Superman and Black Adam. I just
That's
remembered
epic.
that.
Hierarchy of power.
What the fuck was
Hunter just gets up and walks out.
I just levitated. Sorry.
That-
I just heard Imagine Dragons in my head, and I don't know.
Adventures
Oh,
of
God.
Superman? There's a panel from there's a panel from when Superman comes back, and Superboy and Steel are with him, and Steel is looking at Superman who's back from the dead in his black costume. He goes, "My God, what a man! You know, it's great to have him back. He's a real inspiration. I wonder what the kid is thinking." And then Connor's going, "God, I could go for some pizza right now." And I love that panel. That's such a good panel.
Oh my god. 90s Con is like such a great character, and I feel like they're just
Yeah,
so far away from
that was Jeff Johns' fault that we lost that character. I feel.
I agree with
It's
that.
Teen
2000
Titans, from
2003
Young
Teen
Justice to
Titans
Teen
messed
Titans.
up Impulse and Superboy,
Yeah.
unfortunate.
And Tim's a real weirdo in that Teen Titans one
Yeah.
too. It's weird.
Unfortunate.
Harper, you're number 4
Three.
And number
Number
three,
three.
I think.
or 3. Yes, sorry,
dipshit.
3.
I was just gonna say, like, book club is so good for the fact that like we read Secret Identity, because I would have never read that book, man. But that book was so fucking good,
It's
book sucks.
great. Yeah,
and I'm so sorry that I didn't read Thor.
great, man. It was really good.
I still want to bring back book club. I think it's a great
do
idea.
too.
We'll
I
do
think-
bring back book club.
We always
Anyway.
say that, but I think we really should.
Yeah.
My number three,
Actually.
cricket.
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 You gotta know what a crumpet is to understand.
My number three,
Daredevil.
much like was said before, was Dr. Stephen Strange, Master of the Mystic Arts.
I really thought Doctor Strange was going to be your number 2. Wow.
Mystic farts. Anyway,
Stephen
Doc-
Vincent Strange.
Stephen Vincent Strange, 177A Bleecker Street, Greenwich Village. Yeah, I got nothing else to say. Actually, no, I will say, one of the
I
best
got
parts about
nothing.
one of the best parts about Doctor Strange is he's always the best part of every team he's on. So like whether it's
Oh.
like the new Avengers, he's like,
Yeah.
he's like
Uh-huh.
leading, he's like the most indirect, whether it's the Illuminati, like
That's
he's
a good
got like
point.
this
Oh, that's
edge
interesting.
to
Yeah,
him.
Favorite story?
Weird.
That's like the same reaction as Tyler.
That's because he's
Um,
good in everything.
Tall
This,
and
I've
sad
written
and
down a
young and
few, but I
lonely.
think I have to default. I hate to say it. I really hate to say it because it's so fucking pitifully generic.
Oh,
but I
The
think
Oath.
it is.
The Oath.
I think it has to be.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good one. That's a
Not
that's
to spoil anything for later, but I think it has to-
yeah, that's a good one though, man.
It
That's
is,
a good
yeah.
fucking book. Jesus Christ, that's a good one. My next.
Yep.
My number 3. Okay, so mine top 3. It's gonna be real boring because it's gonna be like I googled most popular superheroes ever. My number 3 is
Superman,
Batman,
Spider-Man.
right?
Oh,
And
Wait, have you
So this is
have
the-
you said? Sorry,
What?
sorry. I'm just thinking about your number 3 is Batman.
my number 3 is Batman. Well, this is what I was talking about with
I know
Daredevil.
what you-
It took me a long time
Harper.
to realize I liked Batman more than Daredevil. I used to have my top 3 used to be character, Daredevil.
Right.
And then now it's Batman is number 3. And I don't know what it was last year. There's some point where I just realized that Batman and I'm sure everyone's had this realization. Batman is everything.
Oh, it was
Batman
probably
is
Pattinson probably made you realize
Yeah.
this.
well, it might have been that trailer. It might have been that first trailer when that came out. And I kind of started getting like, oh, fuck. Like, I actually love everything about Batman. I love his costume. I love his side characters. He has the best villains in comic book history. That's the easiest,
Even his
he also
name-
has, what do you mean?
his name is just. How do
Batman?
I thought you just agree.
What
Why
the-
you
that has
asking?
nothing
me
to every
explain?
conversation.
Even his name is cool.
Yeah, Batman. That's what
Cricket
No,
Stan
I
is.
thought you
that-
meant Bruce Wayne. Bruce Wayne is pretty cool, though.
It is, yeah.
It's
it
a great
is.
name.
It sounds
But,
rich even today, like almost 90 years later.
Bruce Wayne. Yeah, that's good. But I think the reason I love Batman is because on a more like real level, what Batman represents is that you can have all these negative emotions and you can have vaguely self-destructive tendencies. I mean, his are far more self-destructive than any
Vaguely.
normal persons would ever get. But you can channel all of that darkness in you because everyone has a dark side, unfortunately. It's just how people are. You can channel all that and you can make it good, and you can use that to help people. You can use that to do something good. And I think that's what's so good about Batman is that like he puts on this costume every day and he tries his best to help people because he's been through such shit, and I think that's aspirational in a way that a lot of superheroes are not that he's like the only hopeful figure in comics, but I think Superman, I nearly just said, I think Batman is a lot more of a hopeful figure than people give him credit for. And I think that's the part of the character I like the most.
Have you ever thought about touching grass? Just curious.
No, never.
He lives in New York, dude.
favorite
There's no
story?
grass. My favorite Batman story. That is a difficult
Hush.
question.
It's tough.
Long Halloween is the obvious answer. That's like the, generic one. I love Ego. Ego is such a good one. Oh, no. Dark Victory is better than Long Halloween, I gotta say. I think so.
Wow.
So I'm gonna go Dark Victory, actually. I like Dark Victory a lot.
Where
I haven't
does
read
year one
any
rank
of
for you?
those.
I think year one's number 3. I would go Dark Victory, Halloween, Long Halloween,
Yeah, the
year
Trinity.
1. Also, there's a really underrated one. I don't know why I like this one as much as I do, but it's called Batman Huntress Cry for Blood. It's a really weird
Oh, I know that
Batman.
one,
I
yeah.
know that.
That one's
yeah.
really good. I really like that story for some reason. Also, Court of Owls, I mean,
Yeah.
you could just name good Batman stories for days.
Do you like Mr. Bloom?
I do like Mr. Bloom.
I do like
actually.
Mr. Bloom.
So do I.
That was where I
It's
started
funny,
reading
like,
Batman.
Like people will always claim like, oh, I hate Batman, but like if
Nobody
you
does.
log your comics on the Comics Geek app,
Yeah.
Batman is 1000% going to be the first one. Always.
Yeah.
No one
It
hates
wouldn't be
Batman.
Harper's.
My
I don't
dad
think.
was
dude,
like,
It would be Harper's.
my dad
No,
was like,
it
I hate Batman.
absolutely
And he saw
would not
he
be.
saw that trailer with where at the end of it, it's him upside down. It's like the angles.
Yeah, the
upside down, he's
Batmobile.
walking through. Yeah, he was like, that looks pretty sick. I was like, I know, Dad.
Thank you, Lando Calrissian.
Thank you, my father.
My number 3 is Superman. My favorite Superman story is Superman for All Seasons or Son of
Great
Superman.
answer.
I guess my favorite single issue is number 7 of Rebirth, which is the end of Son of Superman.
I just read
Like,
that today.
Yeah, you
That
did.
one,
It-
yeah, the
it's so
the
good.
amusement park one,
Yeah.
the fair one.
Mhm.
That
It's
that issue is
perfect.
perfect. I complained about that issue today, or I complained about what happened after that issue today. Didn't I?
Yeah, but
Yeah,
like
just-
even it's a story about them going to the fair, but even before that, it's just him helping the league out with like
Mhm.
problems, and it's just
Batman's like, I don't need your damn help.
yeah,
Like, bro, shut the fuck up.
yeah. But it's so good. Superman's he's that hopeful character, and I'm just if I keep talking, I'm just gonna be saying like he wears blue and red, and sometimes the S is big on it, but it just means hope. Oh, hey, I'm wearing a Superman shirt. That wasn't on purpose.
So dumb.
I started like tracing it.
Yeah. You look at your leg, you're like, oh my god, I got a Superman tattoo. That's crazy.
Crazy.
That was some pretty good flexibility.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was.
Thank you. And yeah, that's my number 3.
My number 3 is Daredevil. Just perfect runs like forever. I mean,
Mhm.
such consistency. There's not another character in comics who has that kind of consistency in runs. Like decades of
Batgirl.
just great comics.
Yeah.
Yeah, Batgirl.
Yeah.
Burnside is ass.
Burnside.
Oh,
might
don't say that to
rival
him. He
Watchmen.
actually. Oh, I read Burnside.
Oh, I
when
was
was
in
in
university,
uni.
I read it.
Hey,
I was
okay,
in
guys.
uni when I
Wait,
read Burnside, and I was like, comics will never get greater than this.
hey, wow, why do you remember that exact quote?
Hey guys,
You're
come
gonna
on. Burnside is actually
kill
pretty
it on
good.
the out of context thing. Oh, come on. Why did you have that so quickly? That's my
Burnside's
year
actually pretty
12
good.
high school photo, bro. That's
This guy read Burnside.
No, that's not the guy that read Burnside. This is the guy that read
Oh.
Burnside.
god damn it. I knew it.
No,
I
that's not the
fucking-
guy who read Burnside. This is who read Burnside.
God damn it. Oh, come on. Come on.
YouTube.com/
No, not the one where Tyler made me look like Steve Harvey.
We're just showing Photoshop pictures.
Why are you doing this? How could this happen to me? Not enough. So why have you made me fat? Why have you made me fat?
Oh shit!
Come on, man.
This one isn't even edited.
That one's not. No, that was just a dark time. Oh my
That's it.
god.
Oh, that's good.
Is that why you like Daredevil, JD?
And that's why it's just
Consistently great stories. Favorite arc is always a struggle for me, but it's either hardcore or Underboss. I really love that Bendis era. It's so good.
Underboss, interesting. What about Devil and Cell Block D?
It's up there, but I think
What about
that
Seville and
Bendis-
Devil in D's nut? Fuck.
Devil and Del Dog D.
I fucked all of that up.
One
Oh, it's
of-
me.
Wait, perhaps controversial opinion. I think Man Without Fear is the most mid Daredevil story like ever.
That's not ever. I wouldn't. Not ever.
It's so like
Shadowland is the
average.
most mid Daredevil story ever.
But like,
Well, that's
like
even-
for
that's
being
even just a
hyped up is
bad
good
Daredevil
though.
story.
No.
For being hyped up is
No,
good.
no.
Like, Man Without Fear gets a lot of
Mm.
love. I feel like, but it's not that.
Yeah,
good.
no. JD, 100%. I like that book, but people that go, first book you got to read, Man Without Fear, they're
Right.
idiots. They're
Very
wrong.
skippable.
Do not
Very
do
skippable.
that. It's
sense.
very slow and very like.
Right.
It's a
So-
book for people who have already read a lot of Daredevil.
I guess we'd all
Well, it's like a
agree
book for
that
people that have seen
Yellow's
the first
better.
season or whatever.
I don't know. I'm
Yellow's
not huge,
better
like
than-
I like Yellow.
Man Without Fear.
I just thought it was weird that in Yellow his dad dies when he's like 25. I feel like that's weird.
It's like a weird like canon.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't. think of
I
that.
don't know. I always like the
His
I
dad
always
dies when he
liked when
goes
he
to
di- when his dad
college.
dies when he was a kid. Yeah, I thought that was weird.
Yeah.
I like when his dad dies when he's a kid, which is real morbid
You
to say. but
like that?
I
Out of
I
context, clip
prefer
for
it.
Tyler,
What?
another one.
I prefer it.
Okay.
And I think we know who killed Battle and Jack Murdoch.
Okay, Harper, you're number 2.
Too.
My number 2, Matt Murdock. There you go. Everything JD said. Tyler.
Wait, favorite story?
Ooh.
Man Without Fear. I knew it.
Suck my balls, JD. Daredevil 220.
220.
Which one's that?
It's an Ascenti issue.
The Fog.
You want to be a bit more specific?
What the fog?
Do you really? You're
I feel
Really?
like- hold up. Let me see this. Daredevil
Google it.
220.
Google. It's probably not. I just wanted to pick one that wasn't, born again.
But it is Born Again, though, isn't it?
There is fog.
I don't know that it. I don't know. Yeah,
It
dude,
was
that
not
issue
Born
is
Again. Then
amazing.
what is it? It's
And the
the
fog
first,
whispers
is it
death.
No Fear.
Dude, I
It's
do.
just the
I
first
must
fear?
admit, I fucking love the Nascenti. I'm trying to think of like
I know you do.
a specific chunk of that.
Is it? What about the one where the Punisher is like? Punisher's got the guy on top of him. The guy goes, "Hey man, I got rights."
Oh,
and
he-
Punisher
he
goes, "You
throws
got the
the-
right to splat on the pavement."
Dude, you posted that panel where they're like arguing.
Yeah.
And he throws
And
the
there's a
bat in
guy.
his-
Yeah,
That's
that's the
such a great-
funniest thing. Oh my god! What about the one all about Human Torch?
Oh, dude, that one.
There's
That
an
one.
issue
is-
entirely about Johnny Storm.
Dude, it's rough. Daredevil's just dying like after like the fight, and like the rest of the issue, the full issue is Johnny Storm going around being a tough guy and people yelling like ableist slurs at him. That issue did not age well. That issue is bad. You could literally just skip it.
I got a question for you.
Yes.
Bullseye or Typhoid Mary? Because number one is Kingpin, villain wise, right? But I feel like you really, I mean, Nascenti's run makes Mary a fucking phenomenal character. Bullseye
Dude,
has leverage
Matt's
as well
like
as being a very good
slow,
villain.
like Matt's slow cheating sort of thing, but like with Karen and Mary is so like heartbreaking, but also like because Mary is there and Mary is good, and you really want Mary and Matt to be a thing, but you know that Mary is typhoid and you know that Matt is with Karen, but you're like, I personally don't like Karen. I mean, Karen is the best in that run. But like, yeah, it's so tough. I don't know, because controversial opinion, my favorite live action Daredevil villain is also Bullseye in season 3. I like him more than-
Really?
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
that's
wait,
a-
no, the Kingpin.
Yeah,
no, for me,
shit.
I don't know
How
why.
did
I
you-
just
Bro, he's Kingpin's literally you.
yeah, no, okay, but
we have that-
But he literally walks down the hallway in that gym.
hey, let me explain. Ready?
Mhm.
Meh. Okay, you understand now, right? Do you not remember when Dex does that? Remember, he loses his mind.
No.
Do you guys not remember when
Oh,
he
yeah.
like bars to fucking Julie, the girl he's got
I
a
thought I
crush
heard
on?
that wrong. I was like, wait, did
Yeah,
he
I
just
thought-
bar? Or did he
I thought that was an
freeze?
audio glitch. Yeah.
No, he like literally he goes Matt in her face, and it's like, okay, he has lost his
Oh, I
fucking
felt
mind.
so bad for her though. Why'd she get, bro?
Yeah,
Kingpin's
she gets
cold-blooded,
shot
like,
frozen.
headshotted, bro.
She gets headshotted in the most like not a
Ugh.
big deal way. It's
Yeah.
Kingpin watching her on a TV, and the camera is pointing at the TV, and it's just like,
Yeah,
man,
that's where
yeah,
I'm
that
like,
sucks.
I love this guy, but fuck, he's the worst.
He's the worst.
Kingpin,
Oh, he's the absolute worst.
But he
Anyway,
walks down the
between-
hallway.
He
I
does
think
walk
I
down that
might-
hallway.
Okay. How about this? I would say Typhoid pre Zdarsky. Does that
You
count?
don't like her in Zdarsky?
I don't. It's to me that's not.
Do you like
really.
Bullseye in Zdarsky?
Oh, where she's like Mary's
Yes.
Kingpin.
I like
she
Mary.
doesn't feel very it's
I
not.
like
That's not really what
that was a
typhoon.
good. I thought that
is.
was a good reveal though. When
About-
she's the nun, and she's like, her hair all puffed up. The
Yeah,
reveal
like-
and it's like issue 20 something or something like that.
Yeah.
Best-
I thought it was cool.
best-
Also, but the thing about
Daredevil love
Nesenti's run,
interest?
Ultron. Dude, I love those issues. Anyway, sorry, I wasn't listening. What?
Was that an answer to JD's question?
So no, I did not listen. I was just thinking
I
about
said best
Ultron.
Daredevil love interest, and you said Ultron.
I have a real soft spot for Mila. I don't.
I do
was
too.
really-
is it just because you feel bad for her because she got fucked
Yeah.
over in the worst way?
Yeah, I think so. But so if I had to pick one, it would be Kirsten.
Thank you.
Kirsten.
I don't know what to
not
say.
Kristen.
Thank you.
Kristen.
Be Kirsten McDuffie. I think she's
Okay.
the best because she's the one that I want him to go on with, but they are so stringing that shit out, man. They
Yeah.
are really plotting it out. And I'm like, just fucking get to it. But I also think no one can write her quite like Wade did. This is a really long answer. I'm sorry.
Tyler.
this was
Just
the part
started-
to get longer as we keep
Just
going.
started ranting about Daredevil, but yeah.
I was gonna
don't
say
know.
one good thing about Nesenti's run is that John Romita Jr.'s art's very good.
Oh my god, it's amazing. And he's on most of the book.
Mhm.
I just
Until
realized
like the last
Like,
last like 20 or like 15 to 20 issues, and then it changes to is it Lee Week? No, not Lee Weeks. Who's
No,
you remember who's on the
he draws a
art for-
modern book. Not End of Days. That's Bendis and whatnot. He draws.
no, yeah, but
he
Lee
once
Weeks
drew a
did
more
art
modern book.
on Daredevil as well back then.
So
we ended up-
and drew an issue in Brubaker's run. It's so weird to think about.
we ended up
Isn't that
talking
weird?
about the Daredevil show without
Yeah, we
meaning
did.
to again
For
like 10
it's
minutes.
a good-
Yeah,
good
we
show.
did it. We did it. We
Yeah.
did it. You did warn. You literally said this is
yeah, I'm
gonna
like
happen.
it's gonna happen. Okay,
Oh,
Tyler,
who
you're number
was
2.
it?
Uh,
It is
my number-
Lee Weeks. Suck my
it?
balls, Tyler. Lee
Oh,
Weeks
my-
did like
my
15 issues.
apologies.
He did the
My
ones where
number-
Daredevil dressed up in that. Where my mic literally just cut out. He did the issues where Daredevil dresses up, where Bullseye dresses up as Daredevil,
My
and then
number
Daredevil dresses
two
up as Bullseye and beats
is
him up.
Peter Parker, the Amazing Spider-Man.
I'll just go fuck myself. I think. Or maybe I'll just go fuck myself. Maybe what about that? Maybe I'll just
Peter
go fuck
Parker.
myself.
I love Peter Parker the way that everyone else does. I like Peter Parker though because he I like when you look at his origin, you look at kind of all the angles that they explored this character from.
Just the Peter Parker.
I know, I
thought
had to
you were
really
gonna
think
say
about what-
when
yeah.
you look into his
You
eyes.
see, the thing
When I look
about the
into
more
his
fun
eyes-
stuff version is that
If you look at his origin, like the way that Stan Lee kind of initially created that character, he's like got a supervillain origin. Like he
Oh,
is
yeah.
bullied and he thinks he's better than everyone else, and then he gets superpowers, and then he's like, "Fuck everyone, I'm the best." You know, and the fact that he's pretty much a superhero or supervillain in the making that has to be completely humbled and brought to the ground is like so interesting. Like Peter Parker has this real narcissistic, full of himself side to him that he never gets over. There's
And that-
never a
And that
part
concept is so ahead of its time, like for
Yeah, exactly.
1962.
that
going.
Peter is like Peter Parker is this character is always struggling with the fact that he knows he's better than everyone else. He knows that he has, but he also knows that he has to do everything for everyone else. Like he knows that he deserves a better life. He knows that he deserves everything. He deserves the happy life with Mary Jane and the cozy future, but he has to put Spider-Man ahead of that. And it always comes in front of what he loves. And I think that's what's so good about Peter is that he's a hero in the sense that he will sacrifice everything and get nothing in return. And
there's-
for really no reason.
And yeah, and there's so many times in like even in like the Stan Lee, Steve Ditko stuff where he's literally like, man, I could be making so much money. Like I'm
Mhm.
like they really show the struggles like really well. And
Yeah,
he's
and
like,
that's
"But
and
I have
that
to
yeah,
keep
that
doing
is
this."
revolutionary for its time. No character
so
was like
good.
that. Every character was so good,
Yeah,
pure of heart in every way, and Peter Parker is not.
right.
Yeah, love him. Oh,
Favorite-
best Spider-Man story.
yeah, favorite Spider-Man story.
Shit, I really like JMS's run. I know it's not a story.
I need to read that run.
That also has really good John Romita Jr. art. As far as Peter and MJ go, that's the best I think ever.
One More Day is your favorite arc from that?
Yeah, I'd say one more there, or Sins Past, or maybe Skin Deep. I also really like the death of Jean DeWolf. That's a
That's a good story.
amazing,
Underrated
that's an
story.
amazing Spider-Man story. No pun intended.
Black
That was
suit
ama- that
Spidey
was
and
very good.
Daredevil.
Yeah, that's when Daredevil and Peter become friends.
Yeah.
Okay, my number 2 is Doctor Strange.
What?
I'm
I
kidding.
did not- I
I'm
did
kidding.
not
I just
see
want to
that
see your
coming.
reaction.
What?
Tyler immediately frowned there.
I was like, no, I was confused.
I
was
was
looking at
I was thrown for a loop.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's Batman.
Hey,
Yeah.
Yeah,
can you hear me?
yeah.
Yes.
This shit cost me $700 fucking dollars.
For those
Dusty,
listening,
it's me. It's me, you fucking idiot. It's me in a helmet, you dumbass.
For those of you who are just listening, Harper's
It's
dog's
me.
attacking him because he's wearing a Darth Vader mask with a red lightsaber
It's
out.
me, you fucking moron.
Attack him, boy. Attack him.
Ah,
it's Batman.
YouTube.com/a hero story.
It's Batman for the reasons why JD said it was Batman and why Tyler said it was Batman.
Batman was not my top 5. So that's
Oh yeah, not yet.
not in it.
Whoa. He's the best. He's got the cool, like you said, like it's the name, it's the suit, it's the look, it's Gotham City in general.
Oh yeah.
It's
Well,
the-
that's the thing. Batman has the best like universe of characters.
Yeah,
and,
it's
and
the
yeah.
from the Batcave, the Batmobile, like the gadgets, Alfred even.
Alfred
yeah.
Pennyworth, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, the legacy
Batman character.
characters, the
Yeah.
Batman, and like you said, the villains, and just
Now, here's a question. I won't ask you your favorite Batman story, but who's your best Robin?
Dick Grayson. Oh, sorry, as Robin.
Yeah.
Well, because it's a 2-answer question. As Robin, it's Tim Drake, but was a Robin.
As
it's Dick
Robin,
Grayson.
honestly, I really love Damian. I like everything that Jim Tomasi did with Damian.
I do too.
But it's Tim. It's Tim
I like Damien a lot.
for me.
It's actually Damien for me, but I haven't read Tim's run,
Right.
so that's probably it'd probably be Tim.
You
if I
read Young
that.
Justice or Teen Titans or anything like that?
I read the original Young Justice. Yes, I did.
He's good in
Really?
that.
Oh, sorry, the first 3 trades I have.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
You haven't read
Uh,
it though?
I read the first 3 trades. That's it though.
Oh,
That's like
okay,
20
yeah.
issues.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
a good book.
But it was Batman, and I'm really
Obviously.
glad that Batman's good in live action. He's good in video games as well. Like, even though he's way too overplayed in the comics right now,
Mhm.
he's still the
Well,
best.
it's like DC's the house that Batman built.
Yeah,
well,
exactly.
well, it's not the house of Batman, but it's the house that Batman sustains.
Supports,
Please.
yeah.
And,
Yeah.
and I like both sides of him. I like the detective side, and I also like when he's fighting aliens next to Superman. Like,
Yeah.
he's
Well, that's the
cool
thing.
on both
Batman's
sides.
he's probably the most versatile character there is. He's
Yeah, you can put him
everything and
anywhere.
anything. Yeah.
Yeah, you could put him in a sci-fi
like-
story, a noir
I love
story.
seeing Batman
like-
throw a quip as much as I like him, like, solving a murder. That's what's cool
Exactly.
about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
He'd do anything.
The cool thing in Justice League, in Darkseid War, the first issue is when he's just like in the house investigating the crime with Barry. Like the whole
Mhm.
league's there, but it's those two working on the case. I really like that. But yeah,
So,
it's
so
Batman.
instead of asking favorite Batman story, I'll say favorite Batman run. Is it the Snyder?
It
2
is
run.
it's Snyder's run.
Like if you had to pick a whole collective run.
Yeah, it's Scott Snyder's.
Okay.
But I am liking Zdarsky's a lot. Yeah, it's only 2 issues, but I in my head, I thought it was
Average Hunter
longer.
answer.
In my head, I thought it was longer, but yeah, it's only 2 issues. But yeah,
It has potential to be up there for you.
favorite story is Earth One. Volume.
Oh,
volume
Which
two.
is like your
Mhm.
like bold take.
Volume
Yeah,
2,
that's-
Earth 1, Volume 2. Yeah.
It's a good book.
Not
That's
Volume
good.
3. Volume 1's really good, but not Volume 3.
Yes, Harper.
What the fuck have we been talking about?
Batman.
Batman.
We're up to
That
number
was
Right.
shitty.
Whose number was that? And
That was
That
my
was
number
Hunter's
2.
number 2. My number
No,
2 is
it's-
Nightwing. It was the
Oh,
first
yeah,
character that I
duh.
got into in comics. I mean, there was just so much. It was the first run I ever full run I ever read was Chuck Dixon's Nightwing. So I've loved the character ever since, and I love that the characters become relevant again after really falling off in the mid to late 2000s. But it'll always kind of be a nostalgia thing. Like I watched Batman 1966 on
Mhm.
IFC, and I was like,
Mhm.
wow, I really want to get into Robin. And I
Yes.
found out that Robin, on Wikipedia, that Robin becomes Nightwing, and I'm like, wow, I'm gonna get into this character. And I
Yo,
I
that
read it
that-
all,
I
and
was-
I'm like, this. Is
I
so
had that
cool.
movie on my PSP. Like that's
PSP might be my favorite device ever. That was
That-
so
that
clutch
movie-
for car
yeah.
rides.
That movie is so good.
Ever.
Device, not even
Think-
just video game device. Device.
Think about it.
Ever.
Think about it. That PSP was clutch.
I had the Spider-Man on the
I
PSP
have
as
thought
well.
about it.
Oh,
but think about it though.
have you? I reread Grayson last month for
Grayson's
my new
great.
52.
Oh,
that
by
book
Tom
is
Kingsley.
fucking good.
Mhm.
Like
the issue I always think about is the one that like goes backwards like
Mhm.
throughout his life. You remember that
Oh,
one? I
yeah,
don't know
yeah.
if it's an annual or if it's a
I
regular
think
issue.
there was. There's a weird issue where there's a character that's just Rorschach, which I thought was odd. And then you know that was a Tom
Oh,
King
isn't it
issue,
like
of
the
course.
demon guy?
Yeah, there's just a
Yeah.
Rorschach guy. But I think the best issue of Grayson is when he gets back to Gotham. He's like, he's telling everyone he's alive, and and like the the quote boxes around everyone are quotes that he's said to them over his career.
Right.
It's
that's
it's
great.
funny to me that no matter how hard they try, they could never tank Dick Grayson as a character.
Right.
That was they gave him
And
that
they
because
really
they
did
wanted
try.
him to fail horribly.
I mean, and
that book
if
is
you
good.
think what they did, like, so in the Dixon and then the Devin Grayson run, like they built up like this whole like surrounding network in Bloodhaven, and then in Infinite Crisis, they literally nuke the city, so everything's gone. Like you
Yeah.
nuked every supporting character, every villain, like it's all gone. Like that's crazy.
Thanks, JD, for the spoiler. My number one favorite character is Nuke.
He isn't born again. That's true. There is a crossover there.
Yes. What's your favorite Nuke story? The only one.
All right, Harper, you're number one. Oh, my
Stupid.
favorite Nightwing story is Hunt for Oracle.
Ooh.
You have no idea what that is.
Oh, Oracle's the character from
Hey,
Burnside.
JD, guess what? I do, because Hunt for Oracle was a crossover with Birds of Prey.
Mm.
Suck my nuts.
Very
Harper, you're
good.
number
Very
one.
good, Harper.
Tell us why you like Iron Man. Give us all the
No, I'm
reasons you
just-
love Tony Stark.
Do you go
Oh.
Do you go full Jonathan Hickman and just call him Anthony Stark?
Yeah, I call him Anthony Edward Stark. Something Malibu Point. I'll leave the door open or whatever. Why do I like Tony Stark?
What started the connection for you to Iron Man?
Yeah.
Because like as long as I've known you, you've been the Iron Man guy. But like,
Is it the
So-
MCU?
That's actually a funny question. So funny I'm laughing, JD. See, for Daredevil, right? Spider-Man the animated series, right?
Oh,
Young
I had
kid.
those on DVD. Those episodes.
Yes.
They're-
Did you have Daredevil versus
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man, the VHS that had the 4 episodes?
Oh, I had that.
No.
yes,
I
that's what I
had,
had.
I had Spider-Man versus Doc Ock. No, actually, I think I'm thinking of the one.
No,
the
yeah,
the
the-
issues or the issues. The episodes I'm thinking actually might have Captain America, not Daredevil. Never mind.
Oh, well, whatever.
I don't know
Hell.
how that
Um,
how I've
So I
confused that.
loved that, right? And then obviously I got into the Ben Affleck Daredevil movie after that, which, you know, looking back on, still the greatest piece of media ever.
wake me up.
Wake me up inside. Wally West, right, was the Justice League animated series, but Iron Man was in fact 2008. I was a little wee lad. I was like, oh, someday I'll talk to Mark Wade and he'll wish me a happy birthday. And I sat down in the cinema and I got me popcorn and I was with me dad back when he loved me. And we sat down and we watched Iron Man. Oh my God. So when these lightsabers turn off, for some reason, Kylo Ren goes, the resistance is dead. The war is over. And it just powered off and scared the shit out of me.
I was like, is that Kylo Ren speaking?
You can't
Or you
turn
have
it
Adam
off.
Driver as a guest for issue for
every
episode
time.
200. You waited an hour.
Every time. Like you can't turn it off silently. It's just Adam Driver going, the resistance is dead. Anyway.
That's funny.
So I sat down, I watched Iron Man. I went, oh boy, a killing terrorists. That looks fun. And I loved it. And so I went to a video store and I rented it. I watched it with a friend and I was like, dude, you got to watch this. This is the coolest thing you've ever fucking seen. And he was like, that was the coolest thing I've ever seen. And so then I went to school and my class was working on a newspaper for the school. And they were like, what do you want to do, little Josh? They called me Little Harper. And I was like, my name is Josh, but anyway. And then I was like, I'll do a review on Iron Man. I wish I still had that review because I cannot fucking imagine what I would have written at the
Yeah,
time.
that's crazy. That was
That would
tracing
be a
that
great
back
one
to now. Yeah.
resurface.
And that was what kicked it off. And then I read Extremis from that, and then I read the rest of that 2004 series, including
Yo,
Directory.
wait.
Extremis
Did
was your
you
first Iron Man comic?
did you hop
Extremis.
on the Matt Fraction when it was happening?
I read bits and pieces of it. See, it was weird because
Because that was right when the movie came out.
no,
and
no,
I mean,
it
I've
would have
said
been it would have been a couple years after. I read the Matt.
No,
I
that was
read
2008 though. Oh, when you
yeah,
read
no,
it, you
but
mean.
I would have
read
been
it,
I
yeah.
would have jumped on and read some of it in like 2010.
Mhm.
Because I remember like the Mandarin stuff from the end of that run as a kid. So I didn't
Fear
read
Itself?
any of it in order. Fear Itself. Dude, that volume is fucking amazing. But
Yeah,
anyway.
where he gets drunk with those elves and whatnot. Or not the elves,
Oh
the,
my god, he does
the
get drunk and
dwarves.
like all the people get frozen and like he's crashing through them and they're dead, but they're not dead because they can be unfrozen. Anyway, so Iron Man was the one that was actually because of the movie. So that's why, I kind of had a very special connection. And obviously when he died, so did the MCU. And yeah, Iron Man's my favorite.
And then, well, yeah, because now we're in the MCU and it's completely
MCU, yes. Actually,
Yeah.
fun fact. You guys want to know what I did? First time in 25 years, Tony Stark would be very proud.
What'd you
I had an alcoholic beverage.
Whoa.
do? For the first time.
First time in
Damn.
my entire life, I had a martini espresso.
You're dead.
What
Mhm.
made you do
That's
that?
interesting.
It was my uncle's 50th birthday, and he's a really good guy, and I just sort of wanted to celebrate.
You think Tony Stark would be proud of that?
Well, it was a cocktail, and also then I ended up being heavily derogatory towards women for the rest of the night. So
And then,
Oh, that's the part
and
he'd be
then you
proud of.
recreated the mirror pose from Iron Man 128, where you're just like staring into it.
yeah.
And you're like, a lot of people ask me how I go to the
What?
bathroom in this suit. You just
Do you
shit
want to
your
see?
pants right there.
Do you want to see my impression? Do you want to
Yeah,
see my
let's
impression
see
of
it.
that? Okay,
Make
ready?
a side by side for you.
There we go.
Whoa, dude, that's spot on.
It's so dark.
It's what. Oh.
Here, Harper. Next, I want you to do an impression of this.
You Hogan.
Get up.
How's that?
That was pretty good. Jesus, so tangled.
What is the best Iron Man story?
Oh god. Oh my god.
We had so much time to prep.
Oh my god.
He's only had his whole life to prep for
I
this.
think it's Five Nightmares.
Five Nightmares is fantastic, but that run, like, if I had to pick just one story, that's a hard. It's gonna be a weird answer. I really like Stark Disassembled, which is the one where Tony Stark is in a coma and Doctor Strange has to go into Tony Stark's mind and bring him back to
Is that the
reality
one, that's
after
the one right after who beats the shit out of him?
Norman Osborn beats
Norman.
him
It
to
was
fucking
Norman.
death.
Right.
When Norman is the director of S.H.I.E.L.D. and then Tony exposes him to the world that, hey guys, guess what? Norman Osborn's a piece of shit. Who would have thought? No way. That's crazy. I don't know. Like, there's a lot of stuff in obviously the Denny O'Neil run. I fucking adore Iron Man 200. That might have my favorite page in comic books where Tony walks out. I've said this like a million times. And the guy goes, what happened in there? And Tony's just like, somebody lost, as fucking Ironmonger just blew his own head off. It's like,
Mhm.
it's so hardcore. It's so good. I love Armor Wars, but
So hardcore.
Iron Man issue 232. There you go. The epilogue to Armor Wars when he's in that dream. That's
which is like you said, like all you need to read of Armor Wars, right? Like if you were
yeah. I actually think you can just read that epilogue. That's like the one CGC book I would like murder
Right.
for. But I don't know. Actually, you know what? To briefly rant, it is obviously people misconstrue and have a misconception of what Tony Stark is.
To a disgusting amount that actually pisses me off sometimes.
Yeah, to a disgusting amount where they think he's just all the attributes.
MCU fans. I don't like saying that phrase, but like, it's a lot of people that think that Tony was like toned down for the movies and think he's just this horrible person in the comics.
Yeah, no, which is not true. Like people
They think like
that
Superior
for some
Iron
reason,
Man is base level Tony.
Yeah, they go, oh, the MCU one made Tony Stark likable. It's like Tony Stark was like he was like likable as any other character in the Marvel universe. It was Civil War that changed it, really. But I realized that I have come to a conclusion where I would look on Reddit and I would see people go like, oh man, modern Iron Man, it's just like, why don't they bring him back to like blue collar Tony Stark where everyone liked him and he was just a superhero doing shit and blah blah blah. No, well then they've tried to, but they're still doing the thing where everyone hates Tony Stark and he's down on his luck and blah blah blah. And I realize I've become one of those people where like every Iron Man comic in the last 7 years, I'm like, can we just make this like 80s Iron Man and 90s Iron
They
Man?
gave him the mustache
again?
back though.
Dude, like that is the best era where he's just a guy, he's just doing stuff. He's like, he's tech Doctor Strange. He's just a guy in the Marvel universe doing shit in his own pocket, and then occasionally comes together for big team things. But it's not
Well,
like
that was
anyone
the
gives
thing
a
though. But
shit about
I
him.
think Downey changed that character forever. Iron Man
I
is
agree.
the main character in the most successful movie ever made.
Yeah. Yes, yeah.
And he can't go back from that in the comics. He can't not be like the top dog, he's got to be like this big deal. But the thing that was kind of cool about Iron Man is that he was kind of not a big deal.
Yeah,
he was like
exactly.
he was the second most important guy on like the third and most important team when the Avengers were nothing.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah. And it's just I think I just miss that because people think that Iron Man, like you'll see people go, Iron Man comics have always sucked. And I know obviously it's my favorite character, so I'm gonna be more forgiving, but like there is that stretch from David Michelini, Denny O'Neil, David Michelini again. Forget the John Byrne stuff. Don't worry about that. And then Len Kaminsky. That is like there's 30 years of comics there that are like there is really a bad spot.
But then
amazing.
Civil War definitely dips Tony's character, but he snaps back from it nearly immediately.
Dude, he goes straight from that.
It's
he also
a year after Civil War when Matt Fraction's run starts.
Yep. And I
1
also
year.
the director of S.H.I.E.L.D. I really like. I know you don't, but I really
Knopf
like
brothers.
Tony Stark, director of S.H.I.E.L.D. The Knopfs. Yeah, and I think that's my biggest thing with Iron Man is maybe I feel a little bit of that misunderstanding for him where like I want to just defend like a lot of characters I don't feel the need to defend as hard, but like I see people misconstrue Tony Stark and I'm like, you are just wrong, and that annoys me that people are wrong. Yeah, you are just stupid. You actually have no idea what you're talking about. That annoys me because at least when people who don't read Daredevil talk about Daredevil, their understanding of Daredevil is at least like baseline understandable. They go, Daredevil's been pretty consistent and like he's a really good character. And I'm like, okay, that's good. But with Tony Stark, they go, oh, the MCU made him so much better. It's like, no, like a lot of the shit they're doing in these movies, they did for 3 decades. Like it's there. It was already there. Anyway.
That's another thing about liking Iron Man is you get the perfect adaptation. You get one of the best character arcs ever in movies for this character that you really shouldn't have liked in the first place, That's what's cool about
so anyway, that was a Hero Story episode 200. Catch you guys next week.
Tyler, you're number one.
Yeah, to no one's surprise, my number one is Superman. I mean, easily. I mean, he is the superhero. He's the good guy. He might be the fictional character. Like as far as fictional characters go, I think Superman he might be the most famous. I mean, I don't know if that's out of nowhere, but I think he's just the best.
I think you could go anywhere in the world and have a Superman symbol, people would recognize it.
Disagree. The Phantom.
I thought you were naming a place where people wouldn't recognize Superman, like the Phantom.
Yes, the Phantom.
When you said the Phantom, my mind went to the Phantom Menace, and I was
like, the
Phantom
Zone.
The most famous superhero, Palpatine.
JD, you asked him what his story with Iron Man is. I remember not liking Superman. I was definitely one of those kids that was like, "Oh, Batman's way better. Superman's boring," right?
And then you grew up.
I grew up. What happened was, and I remember this, I was in DC. My family and I were on a vacation. It would have been 2015, so I would have been 14. Okay. And there was a comic book store in DC. I had just read, on the trip, I had read Infinity Gauntlet. So I was in a really big comic book mood. And I was like, oh, this was a really cool comic. And my dad and I went to a comic book store. 4th of July, there was a sale. I got Death of the Family, the volume 3 of Scott Snyder's Batman. And I got Superman Secret Origins, which is the Jeff Johns, Gary Frank Superman story. I read that book in one sitting in the back of the car. I was in the bed of the truck.
I was in the back of my pickup truck. Holding
on for dear life on the highway.
For dear life, yeah.
Pages flapping.
I was in the back of the car reading Superman Secret Identity. And I get to the last page where it's just Superman smiling and flying away. And it's like, it's what it is Lois and Jimmy on the rooftop. Superman flies off. Lois goes, "Wait, are you human or are you an alien?" Like everyone says, and he goes, "I'm Superman. I'm Superman, Lois." And he smiles at her, and he flies away. And you kind of see her hair billow in the wind, and it kind of looks like a light breeze. And it's this really, really nice moment. And then the next page is just Superman flying away, smiling. And that was the moment where I realized that I like happy things more than I liked mean things. Just in general in my life, I liked happiness, right? And I was like, Superman, for me at least, has kind of been this conduit where I realized, like, things are not so bad. Not
Yeah.
just in comic books, but like in the real world.
I like that
Like,
you
I
sound like
realized-
a civilian in the DC universe right now. Like Superman. gave
Yeah,
me hope.
I'm Bibbo Bibowski. It's like Superman he did though. It's like the thing is like I realized
Yeah.
like maybe being such a cynical, like thinking everything is the worst isn't the most fun way to live. Maybe that's not the most nice way to live. Like things are okay. Things can be bad, but they can always get better. And that's kind of what I always liked about Superman, is that he is a symbol of he's a symbol of hope in that universe, but he also just helps you like kind of get your head straight and realize there is always a good outcome. There's always hope. There's always something to look forward to. And I think that's like in everyone's darkest days, that's like a powerful message,
Right.
That's like the
And-
best part about good media, like to just
Yeah.
when you come away from something and you like you think on books that you've read, like we were talking about Return of Barry Allen before. Like I know when I finished that, I was just like, man, that was so good, and you feel happy. You're like, oh, I
Yeah.
feel good because a good
there-
thing. I read it
Serotonin.
and it
There's
made
this
me
quote.
happy.
There's this quote I
yeah.
love. There's this Grant Morrison quote where they said, because everyone talks about how Superman, oh, he's not interesting, he's boring, he always wins, blah blah blah. I mean, you hear this arguments all of the time. But Grant Morrison said that like in our darkest days, in our like
In our
darkest
most
moments,
private moments, I want you to remember my hand at your throat. I
Stop
want you to
that.
remember the
I feel
one
like that is
that
Superman
beat
related
you.
too. But he's it's that like we created this guy that will never let us down. And I think that's what's so cool about Superman, is that Superman, he can go through anything, everything. It could be the worst stakes in the world. It could be the most difficult problem to fix, and he will always find a way to fix it. And I just think that's, it's just nice. It's just nice to know. And even though he's not real, it's like there's always a way to fix something. It's easier to fix things than it is to break them, I think. And that's kind of the thing I like. about Superman.
Somebody said
that.
And I have never seen Smallville. That's another
So,
thing.
so basically,
that
if you
your
seek
warm hands break.
If you seek his monument, look around.
so basically, if you seek his monument, look around Hunter's ankle.
Yeah,
And that's another
what the
thing,
quote
is
means.
that I'm very strict about Superman.
Dude,
as well.
this is so good.
You are.
Tyler and I back to back have gone. This is why these characters are important to us. Hunter's about to go, oh, I've read Daredevil for like 6 months and I like that he punches people.
I wanted to say something about that because
About
my
Superman.
number one's Daredevil, but
Oh,
going back
yeah.
to your guys' stories, I'm like,
Which I disagree.
This is
I
so
know
good.
it's your favorite, it's your opinion,
You
and you would
disagree, he's
know,
wrong.
but I
Okay,
think
hold
you're
on.
wrong.
hold
I
on.
think
Okay,
you're
okay,
wrong.
fine. My number one's Daredevil. That doesn't. You can like a character. That doesn't mean you have to read everything about that
Disagree.
character. That doesn't mean
Disagree.
you have to beat
I've
someone.
read,
and
I've
be
read
like,
every comic. of
Oh,
Superman.
Hunter's getting mad. He's getting vicious.
Oh, I could
now.
be like.
Doesn't
yeah,
mean you
I've-
have to.
I've
I mean,
read-
just because I haven't read as much doesn't mean I'm not better than you. I am better than you, but I just still haven't read as much.
I'm just saying, Daredevil's my favorite, and I could be like, I've read 200 Daredevil comics, and Harper will be like, I've read 250.
Why does it come back to me, motherfucker? Why does it come
Because
back
you
to
always
me?
attack me, when I say I
Motherfucker,
like
yeah,
Daredevil.
But who helped you on your journey, motherfucker?
You did.
Who-
You
who
did.
Me.
told
And
you what
I-
tra-
both
and,
of you.
and
And I appreciate that so much.
who then forgot that so hard that they pretended like they read Daredevil before they even met me?
There was a little
Who
bit
was
of
that?
gatekeeping involved, Hunter. Let's be honest. Let's call it what it was.
Jesus
Yeah,
Christ!
probably. But anyways,
Sorry.
Harper's getting well,
Hunter,
heated
Hunter,
here.
what was the attraction to Daredevil? Like, what made you want to get into the character?
Well, that's the
Was it
thing.
the
It
show?
was-
Tyler
it
and
was
I
the
telling
show.
him
It was the show. I
No,
watched
it was the
season
show for me
one
too. It
in
was
one
definitely the show for
sitting,
me
and I
too.
watched season 2 in one sitting,
What?
and I
No, it
watched
was
season
not.
3 in 2 sittings. But
That's crazy.
it is the show in general that got me into it, and then I got into
That's
comics
cool.
and everything. But I don't have like the story of hope and everything, because Daredevil is not a very hopeful character. I think he's the coolest idea. Of
Bro,
this
there's plenty you
blind
can
guy
say
and
about
everything.
what's inspirational about Daredevil though.
Of course, but for a personal story, I don't have anything for that.
Mhm.
But I do for Batman.
But it doesn't teach you to get back up after you get hit. Never
or
stay
that your
down?
dog is blind and like that.
Yeah.
helps him keep going.
Oh,
Or don't
that's
trust
true.
a blind man with a stick.
That's true.
Ever.
Yeah. Mhm.
Hunter, I gotta
None
say
of
though,
them.
it is good that you.
But I will say
it
for
is good that,
Batman
like
though,
the TV show.
Batman.
Oh, sorry.
Batman did give me. I
Somehow.
know he was my second. I know I'm talking Daredevil now, but Daredevil's my number one. But Batman's my number two, because when I was a young lad, that was the comics that.
I was
Hold on.
a young boy. My father.
He
took
does it
me
2 episodes in a
to
row.
the city.
You can't keep getting away with this.
He can't keep this.
It says hold
Dude, it
on.
walks. It's Charlie
Mid-sentence.
Cox. He's like,
Mid
what?
sentence.
Sorry, hi. Yeah, when I was young for Batman, I started
You.
reading. I got into comics when I was 16, like fully into comics, and it was when I had my leg tumor, and during that time, my parents would buy me Batman comics to have me do something, I guess, because during the time after recovery, I was in a hospital for several months, and the only thing I had was Batman comics, and that was like the only thing I looked forward to ever.
Jesus Christ.
So, and it was Scott Snyder's run because it was single issues, not trades. It was single issues. I was getting New 52 comics, and that's what gave me hope. So your guys' stories reminded me of that. So I
That
just-
was a good one. That's like me with Batgirl, Burnside. No,
exactly,
No,
just like Burnside.
but that is good. Like I think you getting into Daredevil because of the TV show is a good. I mean, I know a lot of people did that, and some people
That was me
became
too.
so fucking annoying. But at least you aren't like that.
Mhm.
No,
Exactly.
no, I
Yeah.
disagree. Tyler, you were reading Daredevil before the show. I
No,
remember. I still
I-
remember. I have this such. I have
Oh,
such
no,
a pure.
that's true,
I
I
have
did.
such a pure memory of reading Mark Waid's Daredevil when it was coming out. Just wanted to say that I was reading before the show came out. But I remember being on my year 12 retreat in 2015, using the because it was like I didn't have a plan back then. I was on like prepaid fucking like pay $20 a month and get like 10 megabytes of data on your phone, and I was on camp
You could
and
read
the
one
Daredevil
comic
trailer
page.
dropped and I was like, boys get around, and we're in like we're staying in this sort of unit, and there was like a hallway area, and like I held the phone. I punched my microphone again. That's 2 weeks in a row. I was holding the phone and I had like 7 people behind me watching it. We were just watching like the teaser trailer for Daredevil, like where you see the Kane come in and Stickers talking. And I remember being like, oh, please don't suck. Because I still remember when the costume was revealed. It was that photo of him on the roof. People were like, this
Oh, I
show's
remember when
gonna
the
suck.
logo was revealed, and I was like,
Dude.
"That's the comic book. Like, it's such a wacky logo."
I was so mad when people were like, that suit looks like crap. I was like, actually, that suit was in The Man Without Fear and the Trial of the Incredible Hulk. Like, I was that fucking guy.
Show.
But
Yeah,
to your credit, Hunter,
Yeah.
like that. Okay, so that's where like I really got into Daredevil, because I didn't read Daredevil as a kid. I liked him in the animated series. I liked the character, but I didn't
Yeah, me
read him
too.
until
Yeah. Mhm.
2013, 2014, whatever. But to go from that show to then go to meeting you guys, to then doing this podcast, to then being able to tell Mark Waid that book that he wrote impacted me so much, to this year having a doctor look at me and going,
you're blind.
no, yes, to like,
Oh my god, that's the reveal of episode 200.
but like for a doctor to like night.
That's why he keeps punching his mouth.
now. Yes, it's the anger management.
It's a lot.
No, but like to go from that and then to this year, literally actually be diagnosed with depression and have that sort of be like a weight off my shoulders and be like, oh, I understand why I'm so fucked up now, right? Being able to tell Mark Waid that might be the single most like important moment of my life, and it is thanks to you guys and thanks to this show and thanks to Daredevil as a character. So when Hunter's like, I don't have a memory of Daredevil, Daredevil brought us together, man. We
That's a good
exist
point.
because of Daredevil as a character.
You have that.
This
you
is-
have that statue.
this is
Hunter. You have the same
us.
one as me.
Yeah.
Different
I don't
colors,
remember
but
right
the
now,
same
but yeah.
statue.
Mhm.
Dude,
We
like,
do.
we
Seriously,
have-
we have the same
we-
poster on our walls, man.
We're
Yeah,
The
together.
Electra one.
I
But
do
we're
have the
together
other-
because of Daredevil.
That was why we became friends. Our thing used to be called like Daredevil something, like the group chat or it was like Daredevil related.
Daredevil
that-
Supremacy.
Yeah,
Daredevil
it was
Supremacy,
yes.
yeah, that's right.
That's where it
yeah.
started. So, like, yeah, you might not have a specific story, Hunter, but like through
That
all the
is a specific
gatekeeping,
story.
through all of me being like, "Oh my god, are you going to read Charles Soule?" and you'd be like, "I'll get
And
to
I
it,"
did,
and then being
and it was
me
great.
being infuriated with you. At the end of the day, Daredevil brought us together, man, and that's very special.
It got oddly
And-
wholesome. I did not see
That
this
was,
coming.
yeah.
This is still this is still one of my favorite Hunter screenshots of people pressuring him to read Soule's Daredevil.
I didn't even write that either.
Yeah, I know. I will say for just to end it, my favorite Daredevil stories are Born Again. But going off of that, it's Mark Waid's number 7. That's the one where with the bus
Yes.
crash in the winter with the blind
With a
kids.
butt scratch.
Oh,
I heard that too.
Isn't that the end of
Crash.
She-Hulk
That was the
episode 3 where the butts
fuck,
crash?
fuck.
And Low
You
Life.
beat me by 1 second.
Low Life is my other favorite story.
Low
That's-
Life, nice,
That's
good.
Mila Donovan's first appearance.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Okay,
Quiz.
thanks. I love when you say things we all know.
I'm
to
like,
each
thanks,
other.
Quiz. All right, that's
All
what
right,
everyone wants.
yeah, we're done being wholesome to Hunter. Fuck Hunter now. We're back to the
Yeah.
pet peeve.
Oh,
Okay,
my
Wally
favorite story is
West.
Daredevil again. Daredevil Born Again is the story.
All
You
right,
might not have
JD,
heard of this indie story called Daredevil Born Again.
Tell us why you like Wallace West.
You know, my first Flash story was Flash Wonderland, which is like such an
Mm.
odd story
Which
to
was that?
start
Is that
on.
the
That's
first?
mid.
Jeff
That's the
Jones
first
one?
Jeff
That's
arc
the first
where
Jeff
he's
one.
like in the
I've-
alternate
yeah,
like mirror
no,
world.
I think that
And-
that would have been one of the first ones I read too, and I was like,
And
That was
there-
what
there's
dr-
like a lot of
what got me
detail
away
in it
from
that
that
like
character.
only Flash fans would pick up on, but I still like was mesmerized by it. I'm like, this is so cool. Now, like Harper, I loved the Justice League animated series and I loved the Flash in that, but I didn't really process back then that there was different Flashes. So when
Yeah,
I started
yeah,
getting
true.
the comics, I started to realize like, man, I really like Wally West. I really like his appearances. In his appearances in Nightwing, because I was reading Nightwing at the time. And I'm like, man, this is going to be my next character to fully dive into. So I read Wonderland, and then I went straight back to the Wade run and just read through the Wade run. It was just
Wow,
like,
what an upgrade! Holy shit, dude! The worst story in Wade's run is better than Wonderland.
but I still love Wonderland, and it's probably nostalgia. But to this day,
Yeah, I
I
was
still
gonna
love
say.
it because like it just brings me back to like this was my discovery of the character. But I love the character growth. Like I just read Mike Barron's Flash
Ugh.
the last like 2 days, and like it is so shit, but
Yeah.
it makes you like appreciate the character growth that the character goes through. Like Wally's such a dog in those issues. Like he meets Dr. Tina McGee, and like literally after one issue, he's like, I love you.
Yeah.
And then like and then after saying I love you, he makes out with like the neighbor, like
It's
an
just
hour
like you,
later.
JD.
Isn't she married at the time? Isn't
Yeah,
she
she's married to exactly. She's married to like he's such a dog. Like to see him go from that to like he like at the end of Flash 1987, like he's
Just raw dog and
Oh.
Linda. Yeah. What a
well,
nut.
but I'm saying he becomes like a family man with 2 kids. Like it's a cheesy quote, but like he goes from a kid trying to fill a legacy to like a father making his own legacy. Like I love that.
Kid
What-
Flash to a Flash.
who's the best rogue?
Captain Cold is the easy answer.
Fuck. Okay. Besides Leonard, I know I like his name. He's got a fun
Lenny
name,
Snart.
Leonard Snart. Who's the best?
Captain Boomerang.
I mean, it's kind of tough. I like Trickster because I just think he's like so dumb, but like
Trickster Junior.
like in Flash, I think it's before Blitz, like the few issues before Blitz. One of his pranks is he pours like itching powder on Hunter Zolomon, and Hunter Zolomon doesn't realize that he's like standing above him, and he's like, "Man, my head's really itchy." And then he just looks up, and he's like, "Oh fuck, Trickster!" Like
Trickster.
Trickster's so bizarre.
I've
I
been
like,
bamboozled by the trickster once
I love
He's
again.
not a
Heatwave.
rogue.
I love Heatwave too, because like Heatwave like genuinely loves fire. Like he's like obsessed with it. Like it's cool.
I don't. He's not a rogue, but I love Grodd. Grodd's the best.
Oh, Grodd.
I like
Grodd
Grodd
rocks.
a lot too.
Grodd's a 10 out of 10, man. Grodd could be like a universe villain, like for everyone. He's the best. He can be like Doctor
Grodd-
Doom.
Grodd is the best New 52 and best Rebirth Flash story between Guerrilla Warfare and Perfect
Yeah.
Storm. So that says
Yeah.
something about the character.
I like Flash War. I liked Flash War.
I
Perfect War was
still
when it
love
got
it.
good
I like
for
Flash
me.
War too.
Flash War is really cool, but I think looking back, Perfect Storm is the better overall arc.
Mm-hmm.
I do remember reading Perfect Storm, being like, "Oh, this book is actually quality
Good.
now."
Yeah.
Good,
That's like
man.
40 issues in too. I don't
No,
know why
it
I stayed that long.
takes a
I
while
don't know
to take
why
off.
I stayed so long with a character I don't really like.
Yeah.
That's our top 5. That took over an hour.
Yeah, that's what I said. It was gonna take forever.
Tyler was right. Hey,
Yeah.
look, it's episode 200, baby. This is content.
Exactly.
If you've gotten this far in the episode, send a bada bing to the A Hero Story Instagram page, and we'll give you a shout out on our story.
Went on you.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep,
A
100%.
bada
I'll
bing.
do it. I don't care. I got the time. I'll do it.
So we won't get, because that was our top 5 characters. We got really into it. So the next things we won't get fully into speeches and whatnot. Over guilty pleasure, comic book guilty.
Oh, we're doing
pleasure.
guilty pleasure first.
Yeah, so a character that you love, but you're
An
embarrassed to
embarrassing
love.
amount. Yeah.
I already told you guys before we started, so I'll just say it now.
Ocean Master.
Black Adam. I love Ocean Master. I'm not
Oh,
afraid about that.
God.
I
Ocean Master's not in
legitimately-
your top. Wait, Aquaman wasn't in your top 5 either, was he?
He's in my top 10.
It
He's in
really
my
does
top
suck. It must suck to be a Black Adam fan, dude. Like a
It
genuine
does.
I
It
kind of like
does.
him.
Remember
Oh,
when Harper
boy,
was
yeah.
excited? Black
I
Adam was
still
I feel like those
still
things
am.
are unrelated.
like
no
I
context matters.
I'm embarrassed to be a Black Adam fan. But
Yeah,
that's
no,
my guilty
yeah.
pleasure, yeah.
That's The Rock's fault, though.
Yeah. That's all I'll say about it.
I don't know if this is if it's as fair as because this character is very popular. I love Harley Quinn. I think she's a fantastic character. I like a lot. It's a lot of what Tynan did with that character, where he acknowledged everything she's been through, but tried to be a hero again. I like that side of Harley where she's like, I know what I did. I know what I was made to do. I know everything, and I did it all because I wanted to do it. But I want to try better. Like, I think a lot of that also feeds into why I love Batman. Like the fact that Batman could inspire her to do better. I like Harley Quinn. I think she's dope. I think she's really cool.
All right. Yeah, that's
She's
definitely
cool.
guilty
Yeah.
pleasure.
Yeah. And I like that movie, man. I don't know why. I like that movie. Birds of Prey. I like it.
Harper, you want to say yours?
He's
He's,
yelling at the dog.
he's yelling at his dog, yeah.
Sorry, I just didn't want to have to yell really loud and that be on the podcast. What are you doing, you absolute
Yeah, good thing
fucking
you haven't
flog?
done that.
What are you doing? Hello. Okay, so I actually have 2. I picked 2 because I chose one, and then JD jokingly said a character, and I went, "Oh no, we're not doing guilty pleasure. We're not doing hate. Oh, we were doing guilty pleasure."
Guilty
This
pleasure.
is
yeah.
Okay, I could save that. This is I feel like this one gets worse the older I get because this is such like a kiddie answer.
Oh no.
God.
I mean, the character is a child, but that's
Oh,
not what I meant.
no.
But like, oh no,
What is going on?
Who
No,
is
but
it?
I mean, like the fact that like a 25-year-old man would like this character seems embarrassing. 'cause it
Who's the
seems like a
character?
Seems like a character made for young women. It is Charlotte Gage Radcliffe, aka Misfit from Birds of Prey.
Who?
That's the most out there answer that I've ever heard in my life.
It was Barbara Gordon's like apprentice. She was like a little mini Barbara Gordon, and she was supposed to be Batgirl, but eventually they made Stephanie Brown Batgirl instead because Charlotte Gage Radcliffe has superpowers, which was an awful decision if you ask me.
Yeah.
But anyway,
And then they kind of like abandoned. I feel like
they abandoned
ship on
her.
the
She shows up
character.
for
Yeah.
one issue of Batgirl New 52, and she has
Yeah.
not shown up since. But she's
Yeah,
a
I was
good
about to say,
character.
like after that, they pretty much abandoned the character.
She was like Barbara Gordon's Wally West if Barbara Gordon was Barry Allen. And like she was so endearing as a character. She was like Robin, where it was like the heart of the book. And you're like, oh man, I can't wait to see where this character goes. And she's great in that run. And then they do fucking nothing with her. But
Nothing.
Hunter, she does hang out with what's her name? Alice, the Black Adam Shazam lady. You know that one? Alice?
Mary?
No,
He's not
no.
a dating
evil-
guy.
She's the girl Black Adam.
I don't think it's Alice.
ISIS.
Alice Black.
Oh,
Adam.
I know
No,
what you're talking about.
Black Alice. Yeah, it's Black Alice.
Black
That's
Alice.
her name.
Is it actually?
Yeah, it's her name.
That's
But
hilarious.
She
Black
she-
Alice.
Black
she
Adam
fights
and
side
Black
by
Alice.
side with this person. That one. Oh, you really can't. Oh.
Oh yeah, I
can't.
see what you're talking about.
Anyway, so that JD.
My guilty pleasure, I guess, is also a Birds of Prey
It's
character.
also
'cause
Misfit.
It's also Misfit. No, it's also a Birds of Prey character. Black Canary is one of those characters that like I wouldn't want
She's
to go
a-
out of my way to
Black
go
Canary
out
is
of my way.
loved by people.
Right, but I wouldn't go out of my way to be like, oh, I'm a diehard Black Canary fan. But every time Black Canary shows up, something I'm like, fuck yeah. Like,
I was literally
this is
just
gonna
thinking
be a
Black
good one.
Canary too. She's dope.
Very,
She's really
very dope. But like, I wouldn't go out of my
Very
way
dope.
to be like
Very dope.
one of my
Okay.
characters.
A popular character that you hate.
Can I go first? Because I already sort of started.
Sure,
Yeah,
yeah.
let's hear this.
JD jokingly said one earlier, and I'm going to say it, and I think both of these are they're gonna upset people. I forever, and I still do, and I don't know why, but every time he shows up, I cannot fucking stand him. I do not like Cyborg, and I've always hated Cyborg in every single thing that Cyborg shows up in. I don't think I've ever read a story that I like Cyborg in outside of the couple of times he showed up in Jeff Johns' Flash, where I went, okay, he's all right. Every other time, I fucking hate Cyborg. I promise I'm not racist. I just don't like Cyborg as a character. I just don't like.
Now you have to say it. Booyah.
Booyah. Oh, I was not sure where that was going, I'll be honest. What is that? What is
Borg life.
Borg life. I forgot that was a thing. You know what? Look, but Ray Fisher's Cyborg, not the
You
worst
did
Cyborg.
like that. Yeah, I remember you liking that a lot. I mean, he's good in that movie.
He's not bad. The
Who-
one
who
that's in
was-
Doom Patrol, not terrible. Everything else.
Who was the
awful.
second? Who was the second one? Because you said you had two.
Oh yeah. I think this one's maybe worse. So for that one, I promise I'm not racist. I promise I'm not sexist. I really do not like Wonder Woman in anything.
Whoa!
Do not like. I
think that's
kind of
valid.
hate Wonder Woman.
I think that's valid.
I don't
You
think I've read a
hate
single
Wonder Woman.
thing I like. I don't think I've read a single thing I like Wonder Woman in. Like if she was
That's
not in,
crazy.
if she was not in Justice League Dark Rebirth, I
just
would
had
have
to-
enjoyed that book more.
I just had to wipe the spit off my computer because like that's crazy.
Yeah, I
You
really,
hate
I don't
Wonder
like,
Woman.
I don't like Wonder Woman, and I'm
Jesus.
sorry that like I've picked
It took me a
a
while.
minority character, a woman.
It took me a while to start to like Wonder Woman because I was like, well, she's just less cool Superman. I mean, she's grown into a little spot. I like Wonder Woman. I think she's necessary. I think she needs to be there.
Yeah.
I kind of agree with Harper's point of view though. There's never been like a time where I'm like, I gotta go out of my
Well,
way.
that's
to
the
meet a
thing.
Wonder
She doesn't
Woman
have
arc.
like a born again. She doesn't have a year one or a You know what I mean? She doesn't have,
Themyscira
like-
gets blown up by the Kingpin.
I didn't mean born again.
I see you got my message and blows up the entire island.
The way you said that, JD, you sounded like you actually found out that happened.
Fuck. I meant like when people name the best DC comics, there's
You're back
never a
with
Wonder
us,
Woman
buddy.
comic on that list, and it sucks because she really deserves better. This dude's leaving the podcast right now.
He's leaving again. What is he
Fucking
doing?
guy.
He's just going to
Me when
like
I
take
blow
a
up-
shit.
Me when I blow up the island of women.
I'm
Uh,
sorry. I don't know. I just don't like those characters. Like there are other
It
characters.
took me a
I
while.
don't-
There are good Wonder Woman stories out there. You gotta really search for them. Though is the issue.
So I don't know. I shouldn't have to.
I
shouldn't
agree.
have.
I think Wonder Woman should have, some of the best comics ever, considering how big of a fucking character she is. But she just
Right.
doesn't.
Who's your
The character, I don't know how much
Just
this
like a
character's loved
puppet.
anymore. I really don't like Ben Riley. Any of the Spider-Man clones, really. I hate
Oh,
Kane.
Interesting.
I hate Ben Riley. Every time I fucking see him, I'm just like, didn't they learn their lesson? Like, did they not learn their lesson when they tanked not only the Spider-Man book and the character, but Marvel as a whole? They nearly went bankrupt because they backed this fucking. I'm talking about how much I hate Ben Riley, Hunter. But
Okay. That's your
like,
character.
they nearly bankrupt. Like their company nearly went
What the fuck are
entirely
you-
bankrupt because they pushed this character so much, and they still haven't learned their lesson. They've just made him Spider-Man again.
Dude,
You know, I
dude.
think they're so
I'm
dumb.
I'm sorry, Tyler. I just googled top 10 superheroes who are overrated. Number 1 is Iron Man, great. And then number like 5 is Superman. Like,
Oh,
come
that's
on.
number 2?
baloney.
Doctor Strange. It's just Harper's whole list of
It's so stupid.
Yeah, I think Ben Riley sucks. He pisses me off every time I see him. I don't know why they keep pushing him. I don't know why people like him. There's nothing to like about that guy. He has 2 cool costumes and that's it. Maybe 3.
Hunt, I have a bonus one.
Let's hear it.
Well, did JD
Moon Knight from the TV show. Fucking hated that show.
Go Stephen Grant.
Did you go, JD?
No, I didn't go. Am I going?
Yeah, you go.
I mean, mine has been pretty obvious throughout the show. I think Catwoman is like the worst.
Okay.
Every time
Yeah,
Of
that is
she
yours.
appears,
course,
and I'm
of
just
course,
Yeah.
yes.
and
Yes.
to be fair, I was a little, upset
And to be
when they
fair, I
didn't
like
get-
women. I love
be
women.
fair-
But cat, and I like
every
cats.
single one I have on this list is a woman, but Starfire as well. I like Starfire. I
Bro,
get so annoyed with.
30 minutes
Every
later, we're
single
trying to
one
get
I-
it
All
to
right,
stop.
fine. My third one is a white man, so I'm good to go. Red Hood.
Yes.
Fucking hate
Red Hood. I was
I-
waiting for someone to say
I-
Red Hood. I mean, I nearly said Grifter, but none of us like Grifter.
I don't think anybody
losing
likes
my
real.
Yeah, I don't
mind.
think
Grifter got a
anybody really
holiday
likes
special
Grifter.
coming up. Did you see that? It's like
Yeah,
a very
it is.
Grifter Christmas. Why? Or Grifter got run over by
Very
a reindeer?
A very Grifter
I
Christmas.
forget what it's called. It's so fucking.
It's like
People like him because the mask looks cool.
Hey, that's
and
another
it
one.
it.
doesn't,
Jason Todd.
it doesn't look cool though. We said Jason,
Jason-
Todd. But he just
Jason
said
Todd can
Jason
go
Todd.
fuck himself. He
Red
sucks.
Hood, Starfire,
Sorry.
Catwoman. Could do
I
whatever
only, I
want.
only wrote down one. I think I've said this before, but it's Constantine.
Are you
What?
stupid, bro?
But he's also
You-
never read Constantine.
I haven't read any
right?
Hellblazer
Hellblazer,
or
no.
Have you read Justice League
Sandman
Dark?
or Justice League Dark?
I've read
either one of
Justice
them.
League Dark. Yeah,
Read the Lemire Justice League Dark. Jeff Lemire's Justice League Dark, New 52.
I probably should.
Starts at issue 9.
Okay.
It's got Felix Faust.
Who writes the
Oh, that's
first arc?
Harper's favorite character,
Hey,
Felix
hey, hey,
Faust.
I don't care for
Tyler?
Constantine at all.
I don't remember,
Tyler.
man. I can see it in my head. I don't remember it.
I believe it is JMD.
Oh, James
JM,
Lucas, yeah, and
yes.
Yanin is on art though. That much I know.
Mm.
Mikhail
right.
Yanin.
Top
I call him
five.
Jan.
Top 5 runs.
Oh,
Ooh.
I only have 3 because
100-meter sprint, 200-meter jog, 1,000-meter pace.
so stupid.
That's all.
Where's
I
the
got.
marathon?
Night from the West.
Marathons.
I
Are good.
don't do marathons. I fuck hard, I fuck quick.
Okay.
Takes him
We'll
out.
just rapid fire this thing. Number 5 for me. Or wait, should I
Yeah,
should
go
start.
ahead.
I don't want to budge. Were you gonna eat that?
Just start. Just do it.
Just do-
I like how he goes, let's rapid fire, and then proceeds to tell the most
Slow it
unfunny
down.
joke for 15 fucking seconds. Hurry up.
Ultimate Spider-Man by Brian Michael
Interesting.
Bendis. It's long, but it flows
Interesting.
together
Weird way to
so
start
That's your
well.
first description of the run. It's
weird
long.
way to start it.
Dude, I love this book. It's fucking long though.
It's
It
long,
is a
and whenever I
struggle.
enjoy
But
it,
it
it feels
flows
good.
like it's multiple arcs, but they flow together so well. The supporting
how comic
cast is
books work.
so good. Not all comic books, Tyler. I've read some bad comic books.
I don't think you
Oh,
have.
I don't
you
think
like
you
all of them.
I grow tired of this podcast.
It's Ultimate Spider-Man.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Okay.
I'll go
Alright,
next. My number 3, I couldn't think of 5. My number 3 is Rebirth Superman. I'm reading it today. I just remembered how much I
Wow.
fucking love it. It's
It
the
is
best
really
status
good.
quo they could have ever come up with for Superman, and it lasted
Wow.
2 years.
Number 3. Wow.
They
Two
they
fucking
kept
years.
it. They've kept it going
Yeah,
consistently for
Wow.
many years.
Okay.
Superman had a son, and he was living on a fucking farm with his family. Oh,
And John killed
pisses
a
me off.
cat.
Yeah, John killed that cat, and then he goes, and then Superman goes, "We got to tell your mother about it." And then John goes, "Do you think she'll be upset?" And Clark goes, "I think she'll be proud." She'll be proud you killed the fucking cat.
And that's why it's your top 3.
That's why it's my number
Jesus.
3. I think it's because she'll be proud that you told the truth, but the way it came off was like she hated that fucking cat, so you did her a favor, John.
Good God. All right, Harps. Number 5.
Harps. Mine is bum, 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 bum,
Which one, though?
Doctor Strange by Jason Aaron.
Okay.
That's a good book. That's a good book,
That's a
dude.
good one. Well, I was trying to think, and I didn't. Yeah, I think
It's not
that's
that
I think
long.
it's-
I'm thinking about
it's
reading,
not long.
I'm thinking about reading Doctor Strange for like the month of September. So
Oh, not
I'm getting into
again!
it
Not
soon.
another one.
yeah, but I'm not gonna ask.
Nah,
and I'm not
JD.
gonna gatekeep it like Hunter.
No, JD, I fully support you reading anything.
Oh,
on that.
clearly Benedict Cumberbatch actually
I
didn't
think-
read the oath.
When
think- I
Harper
think-
when I told Harper I was getting Doctor Strange, he was like, "Oh God damn it!" And then an
Yeah.
hour later, he sends me a list.
Yeah, well, because I wanted you to do it right. I'm not
I
going to
think
be
there's an
a
omnibus you can buy
narcissist
now
about it.
of all Jason Aaron's Doctor Strange. I think there's an omnibus now.
Oh, that'd be
So-
cool.
Yeah, there is.
It's like 20 issues, not that long.
My
No,
number
it's not,
5 is Mark Wade's Daredevil.
Nice.
So great.
Is that your favorite?
Both
Daredevil run?
both runs. Huh?
Isn't Bendis your favorite? For
We
Daredevil?
shall see on the rest of the
We
list.
shall
okay,
see,
okay,
fuckhead.
okay.
That's the fucking point.
Okay,
you
That's
dumb
the point. I'm
fuck.
starting at 5, not at 1.
All right, all right. My number 4 is Mark Waid's Daredevil. Same
Didn't
thing.
Oh,
Tyler-
real original.
Yeah, I
Oh,
know.
Tyler did.
I didn't write anything down. I'm just copying you. So
Oh.
no, it's Mark Waid's Daredevil. That is my favorite Daredevil run. I do prefer it over Bendis.
You got to be kidding me. My number 2 is Mark Waid's Daredevil.
Harps, don't let us down.
You have to. You
Uh,
have to change your list around.
What's my number 4?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's number 4?
It's Mark Wade's Flash. I'm
Still
sorry.
though, hey,
I'm
it's still-
sorry.
it's still
I'm
Wade.
sorry. I'm sorry.
It's
I'm
still
sorry.
Wade.
My number 4 is Mark Wade's Flash.
All right, I guess number 3.
Good book. Anyway, moving on.
Number 3.
Did everyone do their number 4?
Hunter.
Yeah. No,
That's quick.
JD, you're next.
Oh, I didn't do my number 4. Number 4, Invincible by Robert Kirkman.
Invincible, nice.
Oh, that's Invincible.
Great,
I
great
might,
run.
I might read that eventually.
It's
Oh,
so
you'll
good.
love it,
It's-
Tyler. You'll blast through it.
I am
don't know why I
not
called you
Harper.
Harper.
It's so good.
I,
It's
I
so
would
good.
I would not I would not wish that upon anyone.
My number, I guess 3 now is Batman by Scott Snyder.
Oh, that's
Favorite-
a
it's
top
favorite Batman
5.
run. Yeah.
I don't know why I thought you were gonna say Star Wars Rebels. Like it has nothing to do with anything, but it's just
Oh my god.
Yeah, my number 3 is Yes Man by Jim Carrey.
you haven't even seen all of Star Wars Rebels.
By
have you?
Jim Carrey.
Oh, this is my number 1. My number 1 is Ultimate Spider-Man. I probably wouldn't be here. I'd probably be alive. I don't mean I probably wouldn't be on this podcast if I never read Ultimate Spider-Man. I would not be the same person. I would not. I just would be a different
be a
human being if
better
I had
one.
not read.
No.
I might be, maybe. I mean, it changed my life like entirely in every direction when I read Ultimate Spider-Man. It was volume 7. It was the one right after Venom.
Yeah.
And when MJ hands Peter the note that she's like, "I've always loved you,"
Mhm.
I was like 8 or something, and I was like, "Oh, so that's what love is." And
a note
it's
after
embarrassing.
fighting
It's
Eddie
embarrassing to
Brock.
say that for a lot of my life, I wrote handwritten letters because of that. Because
That's
of
actually kinda
that
sweet.
fucking book.
Yeah.
But
no, he's right.
it
That's
changed
embarrassing.
Yeah, that book changed everything. It's a good book.
All right. Number
Fantastic
3, Harper.
Harps, number 3.
Oh, hello, baby. What's going on? My number 3 is Iron Man by the late great Dennis O'Neill.
Danny O'Neill.
Cool.
Rest
It's
in
got that
peace.
cover you love, right? What's that one cover where it's got the words like, "In this issue, Tony Stark dies"? What is it? It's something like that.
Number
What is it?
182, Deliverance.
Yeah. What does it say?
Yeah.
He'll get
It
sober
says-
or die or something.
Yeah. In the morning, Tony Stark will be sober or dead. Amazing issue. Might be my single favorite Iron Man issue, which is funny because I didn't mention it before when you said
Yeah.
what's your favorite Iron Man story.
Yeah.
It's that. So if you want to tack that onto the
gonna
conversation,
rewind, yeah.
that's literally the answer. Fuck.
My number 3 is Bendis' Daredevil, which Hunter
Okay,
fucking
yeah.
spoiled.
Sorry. Oh god, I feel
You're a
so bad.
stupid bitch.
I feel actually so bad.
I
I'm
got
not gonna
I
do
got
this,
2
like,
Daredevil runs in my top 5. It's great.
That's nice. That's nice. Number 2. My number 2 is Moon Knight by Jeff Lemire.
Whoa!
Whoa! I
Ooh.
literally just read that. Like,
I
That's
read
I mean,
that
that is very good.
in March, and since then I've
Yeah.
read it 4 times.
wow.
I think
Damn.
it's so good. Like I
Really good.
constantly am like flipping through it. Like the art in general, Greg Smollett's art. I'm like, this is perfect.
You got to hop on Human Target, dude.
Yeah, I
Greg
know,
Smallwood.
I know. I was an idiot. I'm like, I'm gonna trade wait, and then it was delayed 6 months.
6 months. Yeah, so you got to wait. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm like, oh,
Moon Knight by Jeff Lemire is really cool. Like I said, it's like Shutter Island meets.
you just
like,
read it,
comics.
right?
Yeah, it's really cool.
I'm glad
was
you
very
liked
good.
it.
So
I loved it too, if you're curious.
We don't care.
I'm not really
We
curious.
do not care.
I'll just fuck myself again then. All
But we
right.
do care about your number 2.
Oh, my number 2. My number 2
Well, where's
is
Daredevil?
Hawkeye by Matt Fraction.
Oh, really?
Whoa!
No, he's
No, there's
lying.
no way.
That's
You're
not-
capping.
wow,
No
you guys,
way.
you were shocked by that.
We all had a reaction.
You all were like, "What?"
No way.
It's great. It's a great run, but
It is a great
Yeah,
run, but the idea that
fantastic.
Hawkeye would be my second
Yeah.
favorite run of all time. It's Iron Man by Matt Fraction, but it is
There
Matt
it is.
Fraction.
There it is. Yeah.
Best Iron Man run.
Goodness gracious, great balls of fire.
Your number 2, GD?
Dixon Nightwing went into all it.
Yeah.
Went into it before. I'm a simple man with simple pleasures.
Unreadable, I would say.
I read
about
the first
20
3
issues in.
volumes. Yeah, about 20
like-
issues
if you-
too. I remember his
Yeah.
landlord. He's trying to like flirt with her, but he can't see her face ever. 'Cause she's
Yeah,
always
she's
turned
got
around.
an Irish accent, but she's Chinese or Korean. Yeah,
Oh, don't fuck this up, JD.
I don't remember which one.
Oh, do not fuck this up, man.
My
Redacted.
number 1 favorite run of all time as of now is Invincible by Robert Kirkman.
Oh, of course.
It's so good.
It's
I
Jeff.
didn't know that was
Green
your number
Lantern.
one. I knew it was in your top few.
It's
but
still
I didn't
it was number 1 when I finished it, and it's my number 1 now.
Nothing's
like, looking
topped
back.
it since.
Yeah, and it's so good. And it's one of those runs where you read so quickly, even though it's very long, just because you have to know.
Oh,
what happens.
Tyler
And
would
you-
read
and
it.
you
Like,
love
Tyler would
long
read it in like a
comics.
week. I feel like.
Yeah,
I
no,
have to get
less
the
than that.
compendiums.
Yeah, if you own the
I think
compendium and had
Tyler.
time, you'd read it in like a week.
If Tyler wasn't doing anything, he'd read it in like 3 days.
Yeah.
I'm not doing anything when I'm doing things, so I can just yeah. I barely have anything to do when
Awesome.
I'm busy.
Awesome.
So
Harper,
Number one.
What is this?
number 1.
Number 1.
Number one, Harper.
The circle is now complete. Mark Wade's Daredevil.
Wow, it's on
There you
all of
go.
our lists.
It's number 1, baby.
Nice.
It's
I also combine like both runs as one thing. If anyone's
course.
yeah.
curious.
Well, yeah. I was. I
that
think we
second
all
run,
were.
you know where you said that I started reading before the book before the show came out?
Mm.
Technically, I read there's an issue where he's on the Golden Gate Bridge and there's a dude with a motorcycle.
Oh, yeah, it's like the in between quote.
Like
It was like one of the
14 or
Infinity
something.
comments. Yeah,
The-
it
the-
was
the
like
Road
I
Warrior or
read,
something like that?
yeah, I
yeah,
read
yes,
that.
yes,
That was
yes.
the-
That's it. Yeah, yeah.
that
That's
would have been
fun.
2014. So I had technically read some Daredevil before the show came out. That was my
Yeah.
first
Well,
issue.
the book started before the show anyway. The main book.
No, I know. I'm saying, but I had read that was the first issue of Daredevil I read.
That's
Daredevil
fun.
actually
Wow,
appeared.
What
In,
a tonal shift.
Yeah.
Daredevil actually appeared in comics
was before-
the
that
show.
was
Little known fact.
Before the show.
That's the issue where Daredevil fights the robot, then the robot realizes it's alive, and then it doesn't want to die, and then it dies. It's
But
like,
I didn't
wait, I
realize-
don't want to
I-
die.
I didn't realize his identity was revealed, and he was in San Francisco, and I was like,
Yeah.
"What? I don't think this is like this isn't anything I
Right,
know
right.
about the
You're like,
character."
this is
Hashtag-
bootleg Daredevil.
Hashtag not my Daredevil. and
Hashtag-
you've
yeah,
never
not my
read Daredevil
Daredevil.
before.
Yeah, like I was like, I know 3 things about Daredevil. He's blind. He's in New York, and like people don't know he's Daredevil. I was wrong about that one, and then
You were wrong
everything
about
else was different.
No,
Yeah,
people don't know who he is. This isn't right.
I would have read Superior Iron Man before the show came out. Like that would have been one of my first introductions to Daredevils too, where he becomes they give him his vision
wow.
back.
Bag, yeah. I mean, for an issue, but still.
Yeah.
To end off the episode, we have our 5 limited series, I guess, or limited stories.
Yeah, like.
Hey, did you
like,
say
yeah,
your number 1?
I mean, it's obvious what it is. Mark.
Yeah,
Waid's
Mark
Flash.
Waid's Flash.
Flash?
I got 2 Wade runs in my top 5.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Okay.
Sorry, JD.
Yeah, fuck me.
Yeah,
Nah,
fuck
everyone
you.
knows the answer though. It's
I'm
obvious.
sorry, I totally just skipped you there. Yeah, but there you
Top
go.
5 comic
Top
books ever.
5
Or just
limited
runs,
series.
blah, blah, blah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
these are
limited,
just
mini, maxi, whatever it is.
Dude,
Even
No,
I'm
it's
going to
not a
be
run,
honest
though.
right off the bat. I'm going to be real honest. My list sucks.
Mhm.
cool.
is-
You wanna
it is
start us
the-
off?
It is the epitome of I like these things a lot, even though there's so many other things that are way better out there.
I think mine might be up there too, but start us off.
Me, as JD said very early on, maybe even before the podcast, Doctor Strange season 1.
Yeah.
I think
Really?
one of the best origin story retellings.
That is
or
a good
just
one, but
origin
you
stories
could have
in
just
general.
said the oath. Oh, you
Moving
still
on.
might. Yeah, never mind. You might still say
Yeah.
the oath.
Fucking moron.
Sorry.
Dude,
never
you
mind. As if you could only
you're
pick
a
one
fucking-
Doctor Strange
You're a
story.
fucking idiot. You asked me before, what's the best Doctor Strange story? I said, well, it
Yeah.
has to be the Oath. Then I say season 1, and you go, oh, where's the Oath? I'm surprised you didn't put the Oath. Oh, I wonder.
JD.
Carry on.
You know what? I read this story because of Tyler, and I really still love it to this day. New Frontier.
Oh yeah,
Nice.
baby.
Mhm.
Mm.
Fucking book.
And I probably would have read it eventually, but I'm glad that Tyler made us read it for book club because, like, I genuinely
That was a
love
good
story.
one to start with book club, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm a dumb fuck.
I
Oh, I'm
know.
a dumb fuck.
We know.
Oh, I'm a stupid
know that.
idiot. I totally forgot like the biggest and best one. I have 6. Is that okay?
I also
No.
have 6, unfortunately.
Oh, please.
I couldn't
Oh,
narrow it
please.
down.
It just clicked in my head, and it's so
Sure.
obvious. And I think you guys know what
I
it is.
don't-
Oh,
I don't have a
stupid.
specific order for mine, so I'll just go off random. New Frontier as well, JD.
Yeah,
I got a
fuck
copy.
yeah.
I got a copy of, and that's because of Tyler. Thank you.
Yeah.
Same reason I probably would have wrote it eventually.
My
yeah.
number 5 is Secret Wars. Jonathan Hickman's Secret
But
Wars.
nice.
It's the best Marvel
It's the best event.
comic ever. I know I keep
I
saying
wouldn't
well,
even say
I'm just-
Marvel. I'd say just
it was the best
I'm
event
just-
ever. It's not the best comic ever, but it's the best
Yeah.
Marvel comic ever. And
I'm
it's the
just
best
going to
event ever.
interject. That was the one that I forgot.
Yeah.
I just in
Secret
my
Wars.
head went, what's a book that's like a mini series with
Well-
like really pretty art? And then I was like, oh my God, Secret Wars. I
Yeah.
totally forgot.
Well, that last page always gets me. Everything lives. That always gets me.
I
I
guess
read
JD?
that at the beach.
Flash and Green Lantern, Brave and the Bold by Mark Waid. I think it's just such a great
Ooh.
story. That might be my favorite Barry Allen story of all time. And I know it's kind of like a, throughout the decades kind of story, but I think it's great stuff. And it never breaks canon. Like, that's what's so cool to me. He revisits Silver Age concepts and like makes them good. It's
Yeah.
awesome.
Good one.
My next one, Secret Wars by Hickman. That was on my list, and yeah, it's such a good story idea too. Just
Yeah,
a
it's perfect.
destroyed world with a few survivors at the past timeline.
Even just Battle World, like this fragments of a multiverse that's all on one
It's
planet.
so
Sick.
cool. It's so
Yeah.
cool.
They were handing out maps when the book was coming out of Battle World. It was
Yeah.
so cool.
Just off top of it for 10 seconds, I DM a D&D campaign, and I'm literally doing the plot of Secret Wars, but I'm like playing through it. It's really fun.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah.
Who's next?
Just
Is
read
it-
the book.
I think Tyler's next.
Number 4. I mean, there's so much that's been said about this book by literally everyone, but it's Watchmen. It's easy. Watchmen.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
It's
Watchmen was on mine, but I got rid of it.
Over
Wait,
Doomsday Clock? No.
over Doomsday Clock.
Over
what is the-
Project Doomsday?
There's the quote.
No.
There's the quote on the cover or the back of Watchmen. It's something like one of the best pieces of American pieces of fiction ever written, or something like that, or like one of the top 5 pieces of literature. It's something like crazy review like that,
Yeah.
and it's true. Like
It's
it
not,
just
it doesn't
is.
say on the back, I didn't like the part where Rorschach just says the hard R word. Not in like the
My
first
favorite,
2
my favorite
pages.
part, my favorite part with Rorschach is when the he breaks out of jail and he's back in his apartment and the mother is there with her son. He
Oh,
goes,
yeah.
"You thought you could get rid of me, whore?" And she's like, "Please, not in front of my son." He goes, "Whore." he's such a bad dude.
He's an awful
He's such a
man.
bad dude.
He's awful. Yep.
Harper?
I'm sorry. What is it that disturbs you, Stephen? It is a really good book, but yeah.
Oh,
What is it
Coolest,
that
the
disturbs you?
coolest.
yeah, I
Stephen?
didn't. You kind of cut out for a second.
Okay, well,
There you go.
okay. You want me to do about it, man?
Batman: The Long Halloween. We talked about it a little bit before, but what a great
Mhm.
story.
Batman Earth One Volume 2.
Oh, fucking hell.
I know. Just move on
Knew
already.
that was coming.
Move on.
All-Star Superman.
Also,
I was
also
one
on
of,
my
I,
list. All-Star
I
Superman.
I didn't love it when I first read it, and then I reread it this year, and it blew my fucking mind.
You didn't love it the first time? That's
I
shocking.
didn't. I think it's because I read it and it was in a cramped car ride. Like it was like I was going home from somewhere, I was bored, and it just didn't click with me. And then I lost it somehow. I lost the trade. I don't know where my original trade went. And then I read it again. But
How
that's what-
shocked would you be if
Perfect.
I just picked
Just pulled it out? Yeah.
I had it the whole time.
I bought it again though. I recently rebought it.
What a
Nice.
great story.
Perfect.
So
It's
good.
perfect.
Harper.
Oh, was this number 3?
Two.
Number
Oh,
2.
Should be 2.
3.
DC The New Frontier.
Yeah.
This is number 2, right? Yeah.
Made all of
3
our
or-
lists.
Tyler saved
Sure.
us.
I did.
Yeah.
Oh,
with the New Frontier.
Yeah.
I missed my number 3. I'll go back to it.
Yeah, whatever. Fine. Hunter.
Wait, are you going
Enjoy.
back to your number 3?
Oh no! Oh, I was just gonna wait till I circle
You
back.
just do it
around.
now.
Okay, it's Watchmen.
Okay, yeah, there. JD.
Doctor Strange: The Oath. What a great story.
Nice.
I
shouldn't
don't
have
know if you've
included
heard
that
of it,
on my
Harper.
list.
It's about Doctor Stephen Strange, and he takes an oath.
No. No.
That guy, not
No.
Hunter, but the guy below him.
Mr. Miracle by Tom King.
I
that your
was
number
thinking about putting that
2?
on my
Mhm.
5.
It's really, really good. I've only read
Wow.
it twice, but
I do that
definitely
thing where I
wanna
pull out the
read it again.
book that we guys are talking about. I have it.
Nice.
Look at Tom
Fuck.
King's terrible
Like
signature.
Adam. Oh, that's
Look at Tom-
cool.
but look at how
I mean,
shit
yeah,
his
yeah, that
signature
It is
signature's cool,
shit,
but Harper has, I mean, Hunter has a drawing in his.
Oh yeah, I have Mitch's signature in mine.
Okay.
I'm just saying, look how shit Tom King's signature is. Though. It's just like
Yes,
2
it-
lines.
Yeah, squiggles.
Yeah, it's your turn, Tyler.
Number 2, right?
Yep.
Kingdom Come. Kingdom Come was the initial story
I was
that
waiting for that one.
after
on
Secret
my list as
Origins
well.
made me realize how much I love Superman.
Mhm.
That's the ultimate Superman story for me, though. Like as far as like stories that define what Superman stands for, like today, tomorrow, and forever. That's the Superman story.
Definitely. All right, Harper, number 2.
My number 1 is
Oh,
I don't know
number
if
one,
you
yeah.
guys have heard of this one. Written, well, usually when you have like writers that do the writing and the art, you expect to see the writing and the art in the same book, but this is just by an artist. It's called Mein Kampf. It's by famous artist Adolf. No, we're not doing novels. We're doing mini. Right. It's Doctor Strange: The Oath, which ironically includes Hitler's guns.
Very different. Very, very different.
I think everyone who's listening on like Spotify and stuff needs to go to YouTube, because the moment that I say Mein Kampf, fucking JD and Tyler's faces are just
I was
like,
like-
oh no, just so shocked.
You could just say Mouse, even. You just Mouse is a comic book.
Yeah,
Mouse
it
is
is.
Oh, damn it! Didn't think of that.
Art Spiegelman.
Oh,
JD?
my God.
Who's next?
I kind of wanted to put an event in there, and honestly, my favorite event is still Blackest Night. So, Blackest Night.
I read it yesterday. It's so good.
It's so good. I think it's such a great build up from like the original 2005 Green Lantern all the way up to Blackest Night.
It's the best DC event
Ever.
ever.
That's
Yeah,
interesting.
for DC.
Yeah,
Could be. No,
I don't think anything's close when it comes to DC.
I when I think of Blackest Night, I just think of that page of Ralph and Sue when they're zombies. It's just disgusting.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
gnarly. I love it though.
Yeah, that's probably the worst thing that ever happened to
Never
Sue
happened to
Dibney.
Sue Dibney, probably.
Probably. Oh wait, I have an
Um,
idea. Put a light bulb above me.
So at first I thought this was just miniseries. So number 1 for me was Beta Ray Bill by Daniel Warren Johnson.
You really
look.
love that, huh?
It's
No,
so
that
good.
book actually goes so hard.
It's
That book
so
is
good.
a
It's
10
perfect.
out of 10.
But
oh, I just remembered when I
that's
fucking
for
missed out on
mini
that, too.
series. If we're just doing limited runs, I would or limited stories,
What's the
mine would be
difference?
Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Okay. It's a
If that
comic
counts.
book. I mean,
I know it's a
you have to
comic book.
ask
But
if it
it's like,
counts.
it's like 6
You have
volumes.
I have to
though.
ask if it counts though.
Like it's
I mean, it is
Yeah.
a comic.
you don't have to ask. Does that count? Is
I
it
thought
okay
I
if
thought we were
put
just doing
Scott Pilgrim?
minis though. I thought it was just mini series.
Minis or limited series. I mean,
So,
limited
Scott
I have
series
an
Pilgrim.
honorable mention that
Scott
I also have an
Pilgrim versus
honorable
the World.
mention as well. but
semi controversial.
My number one is
Is
the
a-
New Frontier, so it's all there easily. I mean, we talked about it when it came out. We have an entire
Yeah.
episode on it. so-
literally on YouTube.
Yeah.
Did you say we
But-
talked about it when it came out?
No,
We
we.
did when it came. In
I might have
2004
said that. Yeah, that's not what I meant though.
In
that's
2004
not-
when it came out.
Yeah.
What's your honorable mention, Harper?
I feel like you guys probably won't like this, but Obi-Wan and Anakin by Charles Soule.
Is
Art
that also,
by
that's got Chicheto,
Marcos
right?
Chicheto. Yes.
That is a
right.
good book.
It's
That is a good.
great
That
book,
fills
I
in the
think.
gaps, man, between that
It
and
does.
Attack of the
It's
Clones.
so-
Yeah.
Oh, and I really, really adore that book. I also
I
think
like
the
it.
Thrawn adaptation
Was-
of the book is really
Is there the
good.
part? This is the part where Anakin is training, and he's like, is it start with Anakin training in the temple, and he's like getting real pissed off because he's like way
Yes.
older than everyone else, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a
He's
good- that's
fighting
a
like a
He
hologram.
wants
of
to like
Darth
quit
Maul.
the Jedi Order. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
Yeah.
pretty good
And then
My
yeah.
story.
my honorable mention is Silver Surfer Black, Donny Cates.
Oh,
The art on that is really great.
That's so
Yeah.
good.
That book is
That's
10
a-
out of 10.
that's a juicy piece of meat. That is.
It is.
I'm
It's a-
sorry I
it's a
said
Whopper-
that.
It's a Whopper with cheese.
I'm really. It's a that's a
Whopper with
Whopper with
cheese,
cheese.
yes!
I
That's not the
said,
correct use of it, but yes.
I said Harper a clip of JD saying that today.
Yeah, you did.
What was the context?
I can't remember.
You
What was the
just
con-
sent it to me.
Yeah, I don't think
Oh,
there
it's
was
I,
a context.
I can go back and check if you want. Also, honorable mention. I don't remember the
You got
fucking
nothing.
name of it. What's the name? Because the name of the series is different to what the name of the trade ends up being. Hold your horses, boys. Let me just.
What is it about?
No,
who
I'll,
is it
I'll
about?
figure it out. That's all right. I'll figure it out. It
Black
is-
Adam. It's not over yet, though. Does that really count?
Oh, Black
Ooh,
Adam.
what-
Black Adam, the prequel comic to the movie.
52.
Tie-in?
What in the?
That's the only
fuck?
time I ever liked Black Adam. There's that one panel where he reaches out to grab a guy's face, and the next panel, the dude's eyeballs
Collected
popping out,
editions.
which is awesome.
Oh
I
my
love
god!
that.
I thought that was Chelsea, but it was just fucking Black Adam. Ooh, Defenders. There are no rules.
Which one is that?
That is the Al Ewing Defenders.
Ah, okay.
Yes.
I thought you were gonna say Bendis. I thought that's what the Bendis one would have been called. That's a good book, though. Even
It is a good book.
Can you imagine a BVS style movie with these two? So you got your Batman.
I want a No Way Home style movie with those two.
Who would be the third? Hunter?
Grifter.
Yeah, Grifter. Oh man, how long
Black
is this
Adam
episode,
opens
bro?
the portal. It's just some guy.
Just some guy.
It's red.
This guy comes through the portal. It's just.
Oh
some
my
guy.
god.
God damn, motherfucker! You suck. Fuck
J-
you.
JD, did you say your number one?
Yeah. I mean, I already went through five.
Fuck.
That's so good.
All right. I think we should do one more of the send a person an impression and try and guess.
To end the show.
And then we finish.
Stop!
Yeah.
Stop showing! Fuck you! Stop it!
Okay, what are you sending here?
I'm gonna send you one, Hunter. So you got to act as the character, and we've got to try and figure it out.
But I don't think I want to, Master.
No, well, that's
Anakin.
that was
Yeah.
not subtle at all.
Lifeless Anakin.
Like the fact that you said master, like
That's what he says.
That is what he says.
you could have got like Matt Lanter Anakin if you really
haven't-
wanted to.
You know,
That's
the
harder
worst
to-
is
Ligarian scum. I'll
my-
handle that slaver.
my least favorite line in Star Wars might be is the I haven't
Careful.
seen you nervous since we fell into this to the
the
nest of
gun
gun
dogs.
dogs. It's so fucking stupid.
fuck up, dog! Shut up!
Jesus.
I've had enough!
I'd be so afraid to be a son.
Imagine a No Way Home style movie with Harper and his dog and Black Adam.
And Fat Harper.
Oh, we didn't talk about She-Hulk.
That's
She twerks
okay.
with Megan the Stallion. It was fucking awesome.
I'll be honest, I kind of hated it.
I did
think
too.
I hated that episode.
I know.
I think I
know.
hated that episode. Like,
Yeah.
even Wong, I was like,
Oh, man.
and then I was like, you know
I-
what?
You didn't like
I-
when they were like, "Wong, you know that was illegal." He was like, "I gotta go." Actually,
Yeah,
I'm an
It's-
idiot because
it's funny
the-
because I'm still excited, obviously, because Daredevil's coming up. but
Yeah,
that was the
yeah.
first episode. I went, ooh, maybe
Well-
not. This isn't made for me, and that's fine. Not all things are going to be made for me, but yeah.
But like
I
the
didn't like
rumor,
it.
the rumor was that Matt might appear in episode 4. So when an end credit scene coming, I'm like, here we go. And then I see that, and I'm just like,
Yeah,
he started crying.
I'm afraid.
I'm afraid.
I'm not. Is he gonna come in and join them?
I hope Daredevil twerks. That'd be awesome.
I might send
piss
Tyler a character. Tyler, do you
So
want a character to
many
try and
people
do?
off.
Because you're
No.
quite the thespian. Oh,
I'm tired.
Straight up, no.
okay.
I think this
No,
is-
wait,
I
I've got
think-
one.
Yeah, this
I
is
think
the end.
this is the end of the episode.
This is the end.
You know,
Wait.
200 episodes has really aged us. This is what we looked like on the first episode. All of
Tyler
us.
fucked up the spelling. A little bit. Fucked up the
JD's
spelling.
like
Oh,
9.
I could do this. Put your dick away, Walter.
Walter, put your dick away,
Put your
Walter.
dick away, Walter.
I'm not having sex with you right
You
now,
won't.
Walter.
You definitely
Walter.
spelled that wrong. You wrote Ermantueths. You're an idiot.
I was
You're a
writing it
trout.
And that is a Hero Story episode 200.
Man, we made it. Well, we
Next
didn't
week,
make it 200
Bendis.
episodes, but you guys did.
Yeah, well, I mean, I was away for some, and JD's
Yeah,
been away
Tyler,
for
this is
some,
like
so-
80 episodes for us.
I know, but it's still a good. We're here.
Yeah,
Yeah, we are.
you guys are
We
here.
are.
We're here.
Mm.
A Hero Story D&D coming. I was hoping this week, but apparently not.
Soon.
Yeah, he's ready. Come on.
I have the dice too.
Do you have your sheet?
No, I still gotta get
But
it.
you get a picture of it, right?
I get a picture of it.
Yeah. We're gonna do it. Let's try to actually do it this week.
Allegedly.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Book club coming near you.
Yeah, book club's
We
coming
should
out
do book
tomorrow.
club again.
D&D the next day. We're doing Star Wars Story the next
Back,
day.
baby.
Oh, we
We're
should
back.
do a
We're
Star
back.
Wars episode, man. There's been a lot of
Yeah.
content to talk about.
Yeah, okay.
Mm.
Thanks for listening for 200 episodes. If you have listened to 200 episodes, you've listened more than all of us.
Yeah.
JD wasn't here last week and he didn't listen last week.
I'm like Tyler. I only listen to the episodes.
I'm only listening when I'm there. Yeah.
Yeah. But new Batman issue next week and no Harper next week. So you got that to kind
Can we just put up
Look
this
forward
picture
to.
the entire time?
of in his place. Harper, can you send like Kingpin lines just to put on every so often
Like what? For when? For what?
during the podcast?
Oh, for the podcast, right? Yes, okay, I can do that. Fine.
just like look up season 3 script and just read it out.
I'll
for 8
send you
hours.
a voice message, and then like if you reply to it, then I'll just go, I see you got my message, and you can play that. And I'll just keep doing that for every message.
That sounds awesome. Yeah, I'll do it. But yeah, thanks for listening. We'll be back next week. And Bendis left me on red, so we couldn't get him on. This
I
week,
see
but-
that
And
I
Chips,
am
and
the
Chips
ill
Zdarsky left me on
intent.
red multiple times. It
Yeah.
was bad, man.
I wanted to make this city something better than it was.
JD,
You
you
took
want
that
to?
away from me.
It's been a while,
You
JD.
took
Wanna do your outro?
everything. I'm
Um,
gonna
if you
kill
listen on-
you. Take your shot.
If you listen on YouTube, we appreciate a subscribe. Anywhere else, we appreciate a follow. For Hero Story, I'm JD.
I'm Hunter.
You gotta
No,
say
you guys
thanks for
don't
being
want
a
to be
hero.
involved.
Oh,
Okay.
but that's never how it went.
And thanks
Yeah,
for being a
we've
hero.
literally-
We've literally
remember-
never done that. No.
And
wait,
remember,
hold your
through 200
fucking
episodes,
horses.
every second is a gift. Goodbye.
Hold you. No,
Wow.
no, wait. Nah, it's fine. You can end it.